of a sudden a slight swing in Gabon and also probably a re-engineered Senegal president, Kenya. I think one of the adage we used back then was Osisi Daro Dan. So we've warned them beforehand, so it's better for them, if you call yourself one Nigeria, to prepare for the worst. One advice I'll give those able people that say that they prefer one Nigeria: if you don't want Biafra to come, pack your load and go to Nigeria. You have two options. You have more than 40 million people that voted yet. We cannot, because of you, still remain in that area. If you don't like Biafra, pack and go to Nigeria. But my advice for you is this: when it will start, you will be the fourth victim. When it will start, have you seen that Nigeria you loved so much? You will be the first they will eliminate, because whether or not you like it, no matter where you come from, as well from the southeast, the old southeastern region. Southeast is not just like the 5 states I'm talking about. The old 5 eastern region. When it will start, they will identify you as an Igbo person and you will be the first target. So the best thing for you is to join the moving trend. Support this and get yourself once and for all. Because the more you keep shouting this and then see how far, even like from Mobile, they will start from him. Because when we declare Biafra, if he stays in Nigeria, he's gone. If he doesn't know this, he should learn by now. So I think I heard about last week or so, he's calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. I was just laughing. Say like this is a struggle of a dying horse. They have seen like him and his obedient they have failed woefully. Now they are looking for a string to hang on to, bring themselves up to a limelight. 2027 is way too far from them. December 2nd, everything will happen. So if they like it, let them join. If they still want to believe in that their delusion as in one Nigeria, is up to them. What will happen will happen. The swing is all around West Africa, if in fact the Africa in general. So, and the Biafran bell and the agitation, kind of spoiled it. Believe it or not, all this yelling started from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He's been being a lone voice in Africa, shouting. It might be happening now, and the way it's happening, people may think like it's not Biafra, but believe me, this message cut across. Because I was surprised when other people from other nationalities were actually, telling me or making references to what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu used to say. I was quite surprised. So as it's happening, to ram this up, Nigeria have seen the clear handwriting on the wall. They never believed for one day like an Igbo person will leave their market for 1 second, not to talk of leaving it for entire Monday, for more than 3 years now. Stay counting. They thought like kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu will make Biafra agitation, just go down to what like similar thing that happened to Wazirike. He was in prison and then, his strong men were presented to him as in, oh, drop these and then, you gain your freedom. They thought like similar thing will happen to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Good thing, God raised them, a rejected stone. Everybody called Wapda and all those, small thing, and all of a sudden, nobody even remember that miscreant. They don't have much to call it anymore. So, our PM, he's here and he's kind of pushing, made it times 10 or even 100. So they don't know what to do. Think about it, like the whole Nigeria is not clamoring for release of Nnamdi Kanu, something that you don't even hear with your ear back then. Say about a year or two ago, nobody there says this. All of a sudden, everybody's clamoring for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu because they have seen like on the buy say you've seen like this one is like FNA. There's no way, you either release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and still declare Biafra, or you still keep him. We're still gonna declare Biafra and get him out. Whichever option you take, Biafra is here. and there is no going back. And we cannot see all these things happening around us. There is no way we can go back to Nigeria. It's something that is up. It's just like water and oil. We can't mix. You know, let the North be be on their own. Let the West be on their own. Let Biafra be on their own. You know, it's clear from what we had before. That 1914, we are going back there. You know, so I know, like I was trying to address, the lady because she was really like she pissed me off when she was, yelling that. But I realized, at the back of my head, like, these are obedience. These are one Nigerians. No matter what we say or no matter what we do, they're still gonna be themselves. They still want to pull us down. Anyway, I'm not gonna argue much about, whoever wants to join or whoever does not want to join. It's up to them. Biafra is here. More than 40 million voters, have agreed that Biafra is coming, right? So if they want to be in Nigeria, when we declare Biafra, let them go to Nigeria. Let me see if they will survive more than 2 days. They will eliminate them in the first because all the anger will be, lavished on them. They will run back, to the Biafran land. In order not to take much space, I know like most and I'm working anywhere, but I'll still be on the background. I'll still jump in and out. Unfortunately, she's not here anymore, but I'm using this opportunity to encourage every single one of us. Keep doing what you're doing. It might seem a bit little, or maybe each time we come online, it might be like maybe 120 to 30 people online. And then if you look some, channels, they can be up to 1,000. And you might think like the message is not going anywhere. Believe me, this thing is penetrating. You know, one thing you can ask yourself, when was the last time you see a PM made a post and you see all the, even those that APC, I don't know how to call them, whether they belong to other factions, right? Uh, they will, if anything happens, they want to talk down and see how, and PM is not doing it well. When was the last time you experienced something from them? Even most people I used to look up to back then, about 3 or 4 years ago, that carried their friend there, I don't even see a single tweet like PM just bamboozled every single one of them to their corner. Nobody, they don't even make noise anymore. They are waiting for the mistake or when the PM was, go the other way. They have been waiting for eternity and they can clearly see the reality is on ground. They don't even have a word anymore. So when you say, Jide Nkeji, Amaran and Uzodimma, say everyone, no matter the number, no matter how much, we might think like no one is listening. Everybody's listening and it's getting there. It's hitting everyone. Check the media space in Nigeria. Everyone is not talking about either Nnamdi Kanu or PM or Biafra referendum. No matter how they want to twist it, they pretended they don't want to talk about it, but now it's become their news. So that would tell you, like, this thing is going far. And not only in Nigerian situation, they may think like they want to somehow, control the narrative that this won't go too far. But the more they try, the more they fail. And the way we're fighting is not just local, both international, local, and global. Anyway, thanks very much. I know, like, I overstayed my time, but I'll still be on the background and jump in once in a while. I yield.
Thank you very much. Starman, are you there? Co-host, World Greatest, are you there? There's a lot of people requesting for the mic. Please, if you've spoken, please, you can kindly go down so we can allow others to share their thought on this topic. Who's next? Who's next? World Greatest. Is it David? Is it Chukuma? Is it Stan? Um, I don't know who's
Let
next. To be
David do.
honest,
Let
I'm
David
just.
do.
It's my turn, but just give me a minute. Let me just go to
Go
a
ahead. Go.
quiet place.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. While we wait for David, who wants to go next? Please, that person
I
should take
think there
over.
are some hands up, citizen or something like that. Just like give the people that have their hands up and then,
Citizen, you've
follow
spoken
it.
before now. All right, Citizen, just use 1 or 2 minutes. Wrap it up, please. Citizen, Citizen in the Biafra.
Maybe it might be like, hands raised, it's a go or something. It's still up. And
Okay.
if it's not there, you can give
Stan,
someone else.
Stan. Okay, Oh, Citizen, go ahead. Go ahead. Use 1 or 2 minutes before David comes back.
No, no, no. I can't speak now. Just give me some minutes. I'm outside.
Okay, everybody
I'll
can
speak
speak
later.
now. Okay. All right. Stan Okechukwu, are you there? Okay, Stan Okechukwu is not there. David, are you back?
Yes, I'm
Okay,
back.
David is
Thank you
back.
so much. Yeah,
Okay,
thank you
okay,
so
go ahead,
much.
go ahead.
You can hear me. Yeah. Starman, I thank you. I appreciate everybody who has spoken, just like our brother who has said it all. Yes, this time we are now is Biafran o'clock. We are not here to create awareness. Awareness has been created. We are not here to ask for restructuring. Our leader have asked for restructuring. They didn't listen to him. We are no longer here to ask for regionalism. Our eternal leader, Ojukwu, that was the reason why we were killed in the first place. So why we are here now is we are defending our land. And as well, we are entering into the blessed land of Chukwu Okike Abiama, the land of our ancestors. And for those who are saying violent, 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 do you go to church at all? If you go to church but you talk about violence, then you don't really understand your Bible. Because even your Bible said that the kingdom of God, which is Biafra, suffered violence. And for those who will enter it, must enter it by force. So we are entering our promised land, the land of our ancestors. And these people know that that is the kingdom of God itself. And they also know that the only way we can enter that freedom, the only way we can access the blessed land of our ancestors is by taking it by force from them. Otherwise, if you talk of dialogue, if you talk of that otu can never materialize. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Because they have already known that without confronting them with the same equal measure that they are coming to kill us, we cannot make any headway. Okay? What is the reason for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kidnap? Because they want to stop everything about our freedom. Of course, they thought that they succeeded when they kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And immediately they kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They increased their violence against our people. Within the 2021 that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, every day Biafrans are disappearing, every day Biafrans are kidnapped, every day military is killing people here and there and calling them criminal elements because they want us to go the way of Wazurike, silence everybody so that Biafra dies a natural death. They never envisage the gallant men and women that you see on this space today. The Nigerian terrorist state with their British counterpart never envisaged the coming of the good guy. They never envisaged that the template to restore Biafra, there is some people, there is a government that have it all. They never knew that there is a guy who knows the road to the freedom. And once he leads the way, that a lot of Biafrans will follow him for that destination. They never envisaged that. That was why they tried to kill everybody killable. Everybody within their reach. They first of all proscribed the indigenous population. Next thing, they tag those who are defending our land, criminal elements. The next thing is to start sending the military everywhere around Biafra land to kill each and every one of us, including you, that you are in Australia, you are in America, yapping about one Nigeria. Go to Nigeria now and speak about one Nigeria in the southeast today. Go to Nigeria, go to your states and talk about one Nigeria. Just come out and broadcast one Nigeria. Maybe ask the Tufnubu to give you an envoy or to give you convoy so that you can go and promote one Nigeria in the southeast. Then when you do that and come back, we may follow you to talk about one Nigeria. One Nigeria is dead on arrival. Our blessed land is what we are asking for. We are not violent. We are defending ourselves. Of course, you can attest to the fact that when you go to the southeast, every nook and cranny of the southeast is militarized. Is it the same thing happening in the west? Is it the same thing happening in the north? The answer is capital no. Then why is southeast? Why is the eastern region, Biafra land, being militarized? Why? Because they took us to be a conquered people, and all of you who are into government sheepishly accept that. Conquered people, you have to dance to their tone. They have to give you 100 naira that is coming from your land. They have to give you one contract or other. They have to bribe you, and that will give you the impetus to come on space and talk junk about our people. We are not one. Oh, we are trying to carry other people into Biafra as if everybody is not Biafra because of the peanut they are giving to you. Let me tell you, just like our brother spoke earlier, if you don't want Biafra, it is your prerogative. Nobody is going to take that away from you. Please pack your baggages and go to Nigeria. We are no longer Nigerians. We can never accept that. Nigeria is a fraudulent entity. That name alone is killing people on itself. Only that name alone destroys who you are. Only that name alone. Once you are in any foreign country and they want to give you something, or you apply for employment and all the rest of it, only asking where are you from, and you are saying you are from Nigeria, they will now subject you into another round of tests, because they know that you Nigerians are fraudulent. So that name alone will be destroyed. That name have destroyed a lot of people. That name have killed us Biafran for a very long time. And the time to destroy it is now. And nothing can stop that. 2nd of December is the deadline for all of you that are talking of one Nigeria. For all of you political jobbers who are looking for one position or the other, for all of you who are clamoring for one Nigeria, for all of you obedient, from now to December, you have to relocate your businesses from the southeast, go to Sokoto, go to Kaduna, go to Kwara, go to Ilorin, and leave. Those are the areas owned by Nigeria. The 40 states of Biafra is no-go area for any of you who do not want to support what we are doing. You don't want the freedom of your people. Rather, you want a situation whereby, the proceeds come from you. People have to come to your community to bow for you. You'll be the only one that is in the land of the blind. One-eyed man is the king. You will be the only one that is the king. They will come and clamor and look at you, come to your house and dub up for you to give them peanut, or for you to, I want to raise borehole. You want to build road. You want to build that. That is what most of you want, because you want political position, or your brothers are in your political position, or you have one political cloud that is destroying the ambition of other people. So therefore, we must bend to your dictates. We want us to be subjected into a contraption that have killed our people, raped our women, displaced communities, burned our properties, made us inconsequential in the land that supposedly belongs to everyone. My brothers and my sisters, one Nigeria is dead on itself. So we are not Nigerians, we are Biafrans, and we are one people. We are, me that I'm speaking, I'm an Igbo Biafran, okay? Every other ethnic nationality that is here, we have Urobo Biafra, we have Ishekiri Biafra, we have Ijo Biafra, and all the rest of it. And let me tell you, for those who don't know the history of Biafra, we are one people. We are Ndibo all of us are grouped onto Ndibo, the ancient people from old. We are the first set of humans that set their foot under this planet Earth, and we are one people. How do you know that? By our culture. How do you know that? By our food. How do you know that? By the 2 pieces of wrapper our mothers tie. That made us one people, common goal. One people united under God. That's who we are. And we want to access the land of our ancestors so that we can develop it. Under Nigeria, you can make no headway. Everyone can attest to that fact. We have tried to make Nigeria work for everybody. But have Nigeria accepted us? No. And why would they accept us? Why are they going to accept us? Because we are not one people on the first place. Why do you want a Yoruba man to dub for you, or a Fulani man, a Hausa man? Now the Hausa have been conquered. It's now Fulani. You hardly see people mention Hausa. Why do you want us to stay together while we are not the same people? So all of us that have the same ideology, the same people, worship the same God, the same ancestry, we are going back to our roots. And 2nd of December, the hell that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu promised Nigeria will be let loose. And you that is a Biafran, you are Igbo, you are saying you are not Biafran. Nah, please pack your bag and go to Osun State. Pack your bag and go to Kaduna and Sokoto. That is the territory of Nigeria. And if you think you have properties all over Nigeria and because of that, we must remain slaves, you are joking. When you are dead, your property will be there and you are nowhere to be found. So you want us to be subjected into all this kind of suffering because of your useless property that you have? To hell with you and your property. My children can no longer be suffering in the land of my ancestors. My father have suffered and died. We are suffering and fighting for our freedom, and that is why we are laying down our lives. Everything that needs to be turned, every stone that needs to be turned, every door that needs to be opened must be opened this time around for my children to have the best of life in the land of my ancestor. I don't give a damn if my head goes on it. As long as Biafra comes, that is the end goal of the reason why we are fighting. Okay? I am not fighting for the likes of you who want to remain a slave to perpetuity. No, I am not fighting for you. And let me tell you, those of you who are talking about one Nigeria, you are not up to 0.1%. So you can see that you are irrelevant. Okay? You are inconsequential when it comes to, taking into consideration what you are saying. You are really inconsequential. If you feel that, Nigeria is good for you, and you feel that a lot of people don't buy the idea of Biafra, tell your papa and your mama, who is the Nigerian government, to conduct a referendum, which they were the Organization of Emerging African Nations, wrote to Nigeria on 4 occasions, asking them to conduct self-referendum for the Biafran people. Did you hear it in your news? Did the Nigerian government talk about it? They waved it aside. They covered it, thinking that it will not come into the surface. You have seen the submissions of the OAIC. You have seen it. They told Nigeria, pop and plain, conduct referendum. If you feel that these people are aligning to you, let us know how many of these Biafrans that actually want to succeed. But Nigeria know that 99.9% of Biafrans want to exit that contraction. The only people that want one Nigeria are those political jobbers, the intellectuals, the sophisticated morons who are enjoying the proceeds of their crime in that contraction. Those are the people who will talk about one Nigeria, and including you, who they are using, because they are using you to continue to perpetuate evil in Biafra land. That is why you come and support them. But Nigeria did not listen to that advice from the Organization of Emerging African Nations. But today, we are now conducting our self-referendum, which will be used in reference points to under international law for other emerging nations, to tell them that this is what the Biafran people did before they got their freedom. That will be, it will be a basis, and Nigeria must be obliged to accept the outcome of this self-referendum, which over 40 million Biafrans have already voted and counting. This 40 million we are talking about is those in the homeland. In the homeland, the diasporans have not been counted. And if you say that Biafra is 70 million over 70 million, over 40 million have voted so far only from the homeland. For you to know that they have given this government of Biafra the mandate to speak for them, the mandate to defend them, the mandate to fight for them, and the mandate to redeclare Biafra. That is what the government is doing. That is what our Prime Minister is doing. And 2nd of December, every other thing will come into fruition. You will see it and you will be marvel. Nigeria don't know what is going to behold them. 2nd of December. Akwya? Apiando Otare. That is all of you that have joined hands to make our people suffer in that land of our ancestors. If we did not catch you, the land of Biafra will catch you. If you not treat your fuck up, the land of Biafra will treat your fuck up. I am telling each and every, the reason why we have run out and we are suffering all over the world, that we are being subjected into all manner of degrading treatment in another man's land. They ask you if your own country is good, why are you coming to their land? If your country is good, why are you coming to their land? This is what they are telling us. You show your green passport, they'll be laughing at you. He's a Nigerian. Is this, is that. Your government is not good. And you are here when people have put their life on the line to bring a good, conducive government for their people. You are here to put a break to it. You are here to antagonize what we are doing. You are here to tell us, which can never ever materialize. We have known how we are going to achieve that Biafra. The templates have been here. At least we have covered 85% of Biafran restoration. Biafra is already restored. We are waiting for just the redeclaration, and we defend it. We defend it with everything that we've got. We defend it with everything that, and good thing, the land of our ancestors is going to bear us witness. The likes of Ikonso, the likes of Gentle that died, telling you and I to go and get them freedom, to go and get Biafra. That is the only way they can rest in peace. These people will join hands to fight from the spiritual world against those who are subjecting their people into slavery, which you that is preaching one Nigeria is one of them. You are one of them. We don't care. We don't care how you look at it. The truth of the matter is that we are fighting Nigeria on multidimensional ways, which our Prime Minister have been able to educate each and every one of us. It's not our problem you don't want to be educated, because you have, those of you who went to school who are still in Nigeria, when you come out to defend one Nigeria, you look very stupid and very foolish. None of them who talked about one Nigeria here have made sense. No, not even one. They have not made any fucking sense. After acknowledging the fact that Nigeria have not worked, I'll never work, they'll still go back to that same shit they vomited with their mouth. That's them vomit. Oh, it's not good, but then which other way can say me? Why not then divide? Since him and Oderoma, it's not good and can never work. How do you restructure a country that reintegrates terrorists into their system? How? Tell me, are you going to restructure the mind of the terrorists as well? How do you restructure a country that have different laws for different people? Ndị be anyị isi ọdịkwa ndị ama, ndị na-ekwughị isi ọdịkwa dị ha mma, biko enwe ọgwụ agbara ha n'isi. Is it because of the kuni unu na-ata na Nigeria, or because of the meat that the Hausas will have sex with, then sell it to you? Is it that, has that damaged your brain that you can no longer reason as humans? We know our Biafrans are known to be people who can reason intelligently, reasonably, and make use of their brain. But of course, okay, now I understand. Most of you are just Biafrans by name, but not by DNA, because most of you were born under Okukomaiko Bridge, Head Bridge, and all the rest of it. Because during the war, a lot of atrocities happened. Our women were raped, and you are a product of that rape. So therefore, you must reason like your father. If your father is Fulani, you must reason like your father, because your father will never want a situation whereby that country that is giving him what is using to train you to ever dissolve. You can always speak up from the side of your father. I understand that. But let me tell you, we are Biafrans, 100% Biafran. We need freedom for everybody. We don't want a situation whereby, oh, the whole wealth is being gone to a certain set of individuals who are so privileged. No, we want a sane society whereby everybody is equal before the government of the people, where the government is close to the people, where the government is for the people, where the government is also by the people. We are going to bring those things which you have learned from outside, you bring it to bear in Biafran territory. In the words of our Prime Minister, he is going to bring Finland to Biafra land. So why, if you want good life, why don't you support him? Because you don't support good life, you want your people to continue to suffer. That is why you are here antagonizing what we are doing, trying to demean the work that a lot of people have paid the ultimate price for their freedom. You can never succeed. 2nd of December is the D-Day. Gideon Loins, do everything you want to do to sabotage it. The promise I'm going to make to you is that as long as you can drink water, as long as the air can get to you, as long as the sun can get to you, and as long as you can step your foot on the floor, Eke, Orie, Afo, Nkwo, the 4 elements of life are in support of Biafran restoration. And Biafra must come. And the land of our ancestors must be blessed. Thank you so much. I yield my mic.
Thank you, Mr. David. Chukwumeze, do you want to go ahead and speak?
After this person, I'll come back. Let's do the next
Okay,
person.
Citizen Dama, go ahead.
Okay, I'm actually at the High Court, but anyhow, we'll continue.
Are you
I have
sure
to
you're
speak.
okay? Are you sure you're okay to speak?
I don't know, nobody's okay here, but I'm actually at the High Court. Yeah, I'm at the High
Go
Court,
ahead, go ahead.
but I just want to speak. I want to speak. And what I want to say is that I want to make everybody here understand one thing. And that fact is that all this idea of international community, let the world know, this and that. Or God, let me tell you, there's no word anywhere. There's nothing like international community. What we have is interest. People have interest. America has their unique problems. They are trying to solve their problems. Europe has their unique problems. They are trying to solve their problems. Israel is in the middle of at the heart of the Middle East, surrounded by the Arab world that want to annihilate them in a twinkle of an eye, and they are facing their enemies to stop them. So all this idea of trying to pander to any stupid foreign community or organization because you're trying to save your life, there is no world. I want people to understand that you are the world and you have to take care of your shit. You have to decide how the game is played within your own arena. Then secondly, I want to appeal to Starman, please, if you are hosting spaces, at this stage, I don't think this is the time for voices of dissent. This is not the time for voices of dissent, entertaining stupid elements who come in here with skewed orientation and ideas. I think at this stage, what you guys need, what all of us need, are people who are standing by what they believe in or who want to learn. This is not the time for opposing views. I don't think this is due for opposing views. I mean, the train has left the station long ago. The train has left the station long ago. So this idea of let us entertain rival opinion, it's actually demoralized. Like when I was in the listening section, listening to all that family and all that kind of United, all those guys coming to vomit rubbish here. A lady told me I was telling you now, how can you put up different ethnic nationalities? But the country itself is modeled with different, more than 300 ethnic nationalities. Is that not stupidity to argue with such a person? And she is coming to tell you, why do you want to? Is Europe one people? United States of America is a nation, is a confederation of all manner of ethnic nationalities and people of different background, racially and otherwise. And yet it's the number one country in the world, the superpower of the world. So I don't think at this stage people who are shallow in their mindset and who are very wicked, because anyone who has not seen that this system is not working is not really a normal human being. These are the miseducated Negroes. Most of them are abroad, speaking stupid English, they don't even understand. So I just want to appeal to Starman. If anybody comes up here to speak trash, just kick the person in the butt and kick him out of the room. This is not a time for people. People are dying, like people are literally dying. I know what I'm talking about. I have been there. Last year, August 30, my younger brother was taken in by Fulani herdsmen. He was in their dungeon for 3 days. Last year, on September 28th, my immediate elder brother was almost butchered. May 12th, last year, I myself got a gun to my head. And when you hear stuff like this, people's lives are being threatened, people are losing their loved ones. It's not a joke. So when you come here to speak English and think this is an academic exercise, this is not an academic exercise. This is real. People are dying. And then people have said to, now if you ask them, you have strategy, you have strategy. Why not give the strategy to people killing you in your southwest part of Nigeria and even in your south or whatever? You have strategy. Why not share the strategy to your one Nigeria? You have strategy. So please, I don't want to speak much. Like I said, I'm actually at the High Court and I don't know how it's like, but I just have to speak. I mean, you die, you live, you live. But I stand by.
Thank you, citizen. Chukuma, are you ready?
Exactly.
I don't think
That's the
Chukuma is
that's
ready.
the contribution.
Let's go to our minister. Minister Otumana. Go ahead.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, wonderful people, great people. Good morning, Starman. I must thank you for putting this up. And I'm not here to waste your time, but I'm here to remind some gullible people, if you don't know yet that you are in a war, you are in a war, you should know that you are a fool by now. Some people they devise a means to systematically use you yourself to fight you, to keep you down in perpetuity. You know, if you don't know that for now, you know that your education, wherever you may have grabbed it, is just a waste. And anything that is not to unite Africans, the black people, to remove the hand of the West in our affairs, I am not part of it. Biafrans are not part of it. Anything that will not remove those boundaries, those toll gates, those rubbish division these people brought upon us, anything other than that, we Biafrans are not part of it. A lot of us, we know today that we have seen what is happening and why we must stand our ground because we have been uh, lost for a long time. We are lost people, and if we don't stand up to defend what is our own, we are wasting our time. Join to the time we have already wasted doing the pleading of your enemy or those who brought those things to you. You have already wasted time, and any other thing other than not removing those things than doing your own thing, you are wasting your time. We know what Biafra stands, and we know what the zoo stands for. Because if you, I don't care whether you are bringing my father to be the president of the zoo, because anything, the one Nigeria that you are telling me about is to keep Britain here, to keep the West here, to continue milking us, killing us for their own selfish interest. I'm not interested. Whoever it may be, if Africans don't start today to remove, counter anything that came from the West, you are wasting your time. And somebody like me, Otumwamwanya, I cannot be wasting my time doing rubbish to please who? To please your enemy. Because they know if they don't know anything to tell, they don't, you are the one to show them. You have to lead while they follow. But you are not leading. And they are leading you to their wrong way, heading to the place where you are coming from. And you are following to the wrong way. Africans, rise up. Do your thing. Don't lead me to the wrong path. Let me lead myself. A blind man does not lead people with eyes. It is people with eyes that leads people that are blind. Let me use the mic here now. Thank you. I've made my submission.
All right. Minister, thank you very much for that. Are you done? Are you still
Welcome.
speaking?
Yeah,
Welcome.
I'm done. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Let's go to Chukwumeze. Chukwumeze, go ahead.
Welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. The hosts, co-hosts, second co-hosts, Biafrans, lovers of freedom, well wishes of Biafrans, friends of Biafrans. Greetings to all of you. To the haters of Biafras, greetings too. But one thing I'm assuring you guys is, what is all this now? Shit. Excuse my language, sorry. Fuck. Oh my god. Yeah, so as I was saying, greetings to everybody. So Biafra, one thing I want you all to understand is the time has come for us to just pay deaf ears and continue to do what we are doing because those people, they are not ready to change. You see, Nigeria, in time to come, in future to come, Nigeria will be listed as one of the mental health spectrum. You understand? You will go and see a doctor, and when they finish diagnosing
Exactly.
you, they will say that you are suffering from the mental illness called Nigeria. So let me just give you a brief description of what that mental illness is. You understand? That mental illness called Nigeria can be sub-explained into like insanity pro max 3, whereby you continue to do the same stupidity over and over again and still expecting the same result. Whereas thinking that you can create a change on the foundation that is being created on fraudulent. It will even get to the extent whereby those who want to study what freedom fighting is will have to study that mental health spectrum called Nigeria under that course, freedom fighting. Because I don't understand how these idiots that spur up every day come here and say they want a new Nigeria. They want Igbo nation. They want this, they want that within the same foundation. And you ask them, okay, let me ask you a question. You're building a house. You abandon that house for years, maybe due to one thing or the other. You come back to continue that house. You realize that the foundation on which that house is built on is not strong. What do? Will you continue building it? Because that's just waste your money, build the house, and at the end of the day, it's going to collapse. Instead, you break that foundation, you dismantle it, and you start all over again. And the thing that even gets me upset is these people, they are not kids. These are grown adults. Instead of reasoning with their brain, they are reasoning with their ass. I think even if they were reasoning with their ass, it would be even better. I just think maybe they are just reasoning with delusions, like they are hallucinating in their thinking and everything. Because over time, we have seen several people that rose up, try to fight for freedom within the parastatals of the zoo, and at the end of the day, they didn't make headway. Do you want me to start mentioning right from after the war, after the genocidal war up to this date? They are uncountables. But you see the reason why? Do you see the reason why we are making headway? Because we are not fighting for liberation within the parastatal of the zoo. Instead, we are doing it outside of the zoo. That's why we are asking for a sovereign state of Biafra. So you coming here and still dreaming in your cuckoo land that there's gonna be 2027. I just sit on my hands like, who has time to waste in 2027? If you don't want Biafra, it's okay. You understand? But I promise you, by the time we are done with the zoo will be destroyed. And you don't want Biafra, then you become stateless. So you can go and seek for asylum maybe in Afghanistan or Syria or in all those places. Because those are the friends of the zoo. You go there and go and stay. At this point in time, when the masses have spoken, majority has voted, saying that we are living this contraption, is where you, because of your idiocy, your greed, and because of your foolishness and stupidity, you don't want to stand up for what is right. Like I say, you have the right to belong where you want to belong to, but I pray in the name of Chukwokike, that entity which you want to belong to, may every entity, may every mental health, may every spectrum that comes with that entity happen to you and your generation. Maybe by the time you have undergone that treatment, then maybe you wake up and realize that maybe the zoo is not for you. Even those so-called claiming to be one Nigerianist in the one Nigerianist in the diaspora, you are not ashamed that you are propagating a so-called contraption outside the shores of that country. Have you asked yourself, is there any American politician, European politician that live in abroad? They live in their country. When they want to go get healthcare, they go to they get it in their country. Everything they need it in their country. But you are sick, you run to abroad. At the end of the day, you come back, oh, you love the zoo, you love the zoo, you love the zoo. We are in the era of awakening. So it doesn't matter. Let's say maybe we are in the dark age. If we are in the dark age, maybe this thing that you are saying is going to maybe make headway. Because that's the era of the dark age according to the celestial fears. But we are in the age of awakening. So if you try to do bad, it will not work. Because the four elements of the earth that controls this entity, the earth, created by Chukwu Abiyama, has shifted to that era of awakening. And so therefore, whatever we are doing is going to make headway. The land, the air, the sea, you understand? Even the fire, everything will work in agreement with us. It's because people are daft thinking, you don't see through things. You understand? Your level of thinking is as tiny as the hole of a needle. That's why you remain in stagnancy. Like I said, you people are suffering from mental illness. That's what is wrong with you guys. Because I don't see reasons why you will sit down there. People are being killed every day. People are kidnapped. People are being displaced. A lot of things are being done. People, organs are sold. Nigeria is the most lucrative industry in the organ black market. All these things are going on. You see all this evil, and you still want to remain in that entity. Something must be wrong with you. As for we have crossed the Rubicon. Like I said, you have the right to decide where you want to decide. But you will not come here and tell us to decide what we want to decide for ourselves. Because at the end of the day, we're sick and tired of this bullshit. Everybody want to go home. Everybody want to go home. Everybody want to go and live in their father's ancestral land. I want to do that. And that's what Biafra is bringing to us. Biafra is the beginning of civilization in Africa. Biafra is going to open the eyes of every African to see that which they have been missing all this while. And not even you, not even your likes, not even your government will have anything to do to stop us. Look at your zoo politician dancing the other day, laughing at you people because you guys are cowards. Nigerian youths are cowards. You understand? They deserve not to even exist because you guys are disgracing the beauty of creation that Chukwokeke made. Look at the likes of Kenya. Their president thought that by reversing the bill, everything is okay. Now they want him out. They are bringing everything down because they know it's neo-colonial institution. They are bringing everything down. But you guys are idiots. All you people are discussing is Shehu Kuti, very dark man, Iyabojo, idiotic human beings. You understand? Show me your celebrity and I will tell you how the likes of your people look like. Cowards everywhere, idiots everywhere, fools everywhere. Common sense is not common. It's simple. It is simple that when you are doing something is not working, you change strategy. It is simple when you cook a soup, it doesn't taste good. You look for other strategy so that next time when you make that soup, it tastes better. You understand? It is simple strategy. If you know that when you eat shrimp and you're allergic to it, you don't have to eat it again. You change. But you people, Nigeria, you're allergic to Nigeria. Nigeria is killing you. Nigeria is destroying you, destroying your future. Nigeria is preventing our women from getting husbands, preventing our men from getting married, putting people on stagnant. And you still want to remain in that zoo, that entity. You don't even know that your coat of arms is the logo of Ottoman Danfodio, a jihadist. You understand? Right there before your eyes. When your military is doing, your terrorist army is doing parade, what they speak is fufude. Right there before your eyes. You want to remain in that contraption. You understand? Don't worry. Continue your stupidity. And trust me, it will land you in a deep pit, a pit that you will never come out. So, my people, I just want to say, let's not waste our energy on these idiots because they're not going to change. They're gonna have to learn the hard way. That's how they're gonna change. The zoo is dead and gone. Everything that has to do with that zoo is null and void. Yes, sir. Because at the end of the day, there was no agreement. My father never signed. Our fathers never signed. Our great grandfather never signed to that contraption. It is something that was forced on us. You understand? I have an ancestral lineage. I have a lineage that I want to protect. I have a language, a culture. You understand? A way of reverencing my ancestor and the gods of my land. You understand? My creator, my maker. I have a way of doing that. You understand? It's because of you people are stupid and foolish. That's why your ancestor have not resonated in you. Because your ancestor knew what happened in the old. At least just give a day of not just use one day and not be stupid and not be so foolish. Maybe your ancestors will come into you and give you sense so that you will see that the dangers that they faced in the dark age, and now that we're in the era of awakening, you're supposed to rise up and do the needful. So, Nigerian youth, I think they will put you people too on mental health spectrum because you people are foolish. Foolish set of human beings that don't have no sense. Cowards. Cowards everywhere. Cowards everywhere. Educated slaves. That's what you are. They continue to educate you to be a slave. So enjoy your slavery As for we are out. We know what we are doing. We have the right department in place, the institutions in place to get us this Biafra. And trust me, you guys cannot stop it. Thank you. Let me yield my mic. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother Chukwumeze. Who's next? Co-host, host, are you there?
Kumeze, you did
I don't
wonderfully
go
well.
first.
That's excellent. Complaining like
Mazonyeka, go ahead.
Thank you, fellow Biafrans. United States of Biafra, peace, unity, progress, and equity. Yes, I thank you, my great comrades, my ministers, great Biafrans, ladies, and friends of Biafrans. I greet you all. I want to say more grace to your elbows. Always bear in mind that closer the victory, tougher the battle. Quitters does not win, and winners does not quit. We are winners. We never retreat or quit iota. And greater the risk, greater the profit. We must remain consistency personified. This point in time, we should expect these people, to expect them in different dimensions. They are fighting their last battle, and we must be ready to put them where they belong. You know what they do? When they speak their trash, they run away. They cannot stand us. They cannot be here to stand how we're going to decimate them, how we're going to cut them in pieces and dump them in the garbage bin where they belong. Whenever they speak, they run away. They cannot stay to hear how we're going to use their own foolishness, their own ways, using their own ways to put them where they belong. So to tell you that they are nothing. And like I said before, I want to repeat again, it will help us to understand, the experience I got. I've not seen all, but I've seen a lot. And I am grateful to people that all those things that happened to me while growing up prepare me for a day like this. My skin is very thick, very, very thick. Yes, very, very thick. As somebody said before here, in our land, we're taught to respect good elders and also expose the evildoers. We never hide our own evil people. Okay? Only in our land, in Biafra land, we come. When you come, when you see a foreigner, you bring two indigenous youth, maybe 10 years old youths, teenagers. Ask them to attack this foreigner. In my place, they ask you, let me use my dad, they'll ask you, they then get comment. They then get comment. You must convince them. Despite being teenagers, you must convince them that that person have done something that needed him or her to be stoned. Okay? So we are not people, or we're not barbaric. Our ancestors laid humanistic life values foundation for us. At the same time, they were not cowards. They had all it takes to invade their neighbors and conquer them, but we never do so. So what makes you think you guys? What they talk about the genocidal war? The world fought against Biafra. Nigeria cannot last 1 month. Nigeria alone to face Biafra, they cannot last 1 month. They know it. They know it. So when you're talking about, I don't see them as that they defeat us. No. Despite all the weapons they had, with their weapons, our men, our volunteers we are dealing with them and taking their weapon. Go and check your abag and ambush. No ambush in this world come close to abag and ambush with the locally invented weapon. Under serious bombardment for that 3 months, Biafra developed, invented what Nigeria have not even close to in their 60 years of their flag independence. This contraction British company. Go and check. Despite, whenever they see that we speak through, they go and they edit and do certain things. Go and type, even having edited some certain things, go and check it. Just use these two, type who own Ghana, who is owner of Ghana. You will see what the result. Go and type who is owner of Nigeria. You will see Dangote. Why? You go to Wikipedia, Dangote. Why? Because Nigeria is a company, British company. And in a company, the highest shareholder is seen as the owner. when P2B was seen as owner of Fidelity because he has the 10% the highest shareholder. You know, that is why they put Dangote there. And that is why whenever they want to hire their people who will be they go to Chatham House, you know, to interview them. You know, I never see a country where you go when you want to do election, you go to another country. I didn't know. And go and check the meaning of Commonwealth. So when you call yourself Niger area, from Slave Coast to Royal Niger Company to Niger Area Company, you know that you are commodity.
No, it was Unilever Brothers, a company that is producing essential goods for human beings.
Uncle
And
the
now you
number.
guys are fool.
My brother.
Man, that's what you guys are. Ewure,
There is a guy.
zoo.
There is a guy here called Dutch Ejike. If you go to his profile, he's calling our prime minister a criminal. We can run background check on that fool. Dutch
Don't worry, my
Ejike
brother.
is his name.
You know, we have given all the police, you know, our police, the reason why it's not a full function because we want, in essence of Biafra, it's state police, but now our police is at work. You know, let the person, you know, make sure you be bold enough to come and show your face, show who you are, and call a forensic criminal. Our police will get you professionally. You will see what is professional policing. You will be arrested by police, and they will substantiate your allegation or your accusation. You know, we don't operate based on innuendo. We operate factually verifiable. You know, we have 2 millions of parts that's supposed to be disseminated by the catch and report media who are terrorizing our people for decades, you know, but they fail to do so. So we don't have time for propaganda. But whenever you come with it, we must be arrested. You must tell us that what makes him a criminal. You know, why your president is a known criminal, your vice president is a known criminal that can never be a jet man. I repeat, no country in Europe will hire both of them to be a get man, even in individual firm, let alone government house. But the man you are calling a criminal is well tested, trusted and respected in a country where many people are there, they don't misrepresent their people, but they're represented us, respected, and you open your mouth, got infested mouths. A prime minister of a nation above 80 million people, you know, who have given the mandate. Even your president don't have the mandate. How many people voted him? If actually won, not up to 10 million, they're not up to 10 million, but more than 40 million have given a prime minister. And this 40 united of Biafra, nobody forced them. They draw their map by themselves, go and verify it. They bring it to the central government. You know, this is how they come about this 40 unit arm from the Megu state, precisely. Okay, so please continue whining your mouth, continue ranting. You know, like I said before, in this our generation, forgiveness is a sin against those enablers, against within enablers who supported the British criminal imperialists and invaders, those monofolio children who come to reap where they not sow, who come to dominate the north where they don't have ancestral. You know, when we talk about ancestral lineage, ancestral roots, ancestral foundation, we need to understand this. If you don't have when you are not connected to the progenitors of that land, you cannot consult them. You cannot consult them, and then for them speak if you merit it. You cannot consult. That is why they destroy the ancestral tools, whereby for you to be a custody of culture and tradition, you consult the oracle. They will choose. They may easily choose a Pawai Tapa or a Wiboro Pucha, but they make sure the person is not criminal who has done with the blood of innocent people. But they destroy those things because they know that by so doing, no indigenous blood can never be chosen. So they destroy it. They use Bangida, use all those criminals at that time during the Federal Judwe rebels and the they use them to destroy the traditional tools because they have stored criminals that claim to be traditional rulers to do their biddings. That's what I'm telling you, Biafran. If anybody from your land go to the north, whether traditional or elder, to bow to these immigrants, regard that person as don't from that day disregard that person. Don't take any instruction from that person. The ghost of the land will not be against you. You are doing the right thing because they have disrespected our elders. No, like I said again, unequivocally, nobody from the north or the southwest that have the right to tell us what to do. These people are supposed to pay us homage as Biafrans. You know, so we don't expect them to give us Biafra. No, they don't give. We take what is ours. Okay, we take what is ours, but let the person be foolish enough to come and stand on our way. like I said, who will not forgive you? Your children and children. You must pay, because you forgive 97% because there was no media. This point in time, you know the truth. If you don't know, go and ask your elders. Go and ask them to tell you the truth so that you can know what you're doing. Because we cannot forgive. We cannot forget. Forgiveness is a sin in our dictionary. Against those who have killed innocent Biafran. My name is Akachuku. I can code number.
Thank you, Mr. Onyeka. Thank you very much. Host, are you there? Starman. I think you guys are still sleeping. All right, let's go to Professor O. Professor O. Back you.
Keep tapping.
Please go
Don't
ahead.
mind it.
Yeah, hi guys. Yeah, I wanted to interject before should I can do to speak in because I have a program.
Royce.
I thank you very much for holding this space, everybody here, and uh, one of the benefits we have in our world right now, we have freedom of speech with Elon Musk. And having you guys here is very, very important. Very important. I'm going to talk for and against on this space, all right? Because I like to be very honest. There's a quote in the scriptures that says that know the truth will set you free. And the for and against. No, the for me is I normally say it when I hold spaces. I don't see Nigeria. Nigeria does not exist. Okay? Nigeria is a criminal country. Nigeria, nothing is working there. Okay? And then, because come on, if you want to talk about a nation, you don't just talk in isolation. You look at other countries, you look at all their system, look at the leaders, look at their governance, where you can access their governance. You don't get a phone call, their governance, this, that, and you assess them, all citizens. It doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor, right? And when they're holding a position, whether you like it or not, whether it's Biafra, Nigeria, whatever, Nigeria does not exist, when a good nation, when you give them employment, okay? Employment. I don't know how they see that in Africa and Nigeria. And when you give people employment, what's the employment are you giving? It's when you vote for someone, let's say Biafra country, right? Once the person does not work, the citizen will say, go away. It's just simple as that, protest. And that protest will be that you can't be shot at. You can never do that. In this day and age, you can never be shot at. See, that's what I want to say. I said I want to talk for and against, because I don't just talk for just talking. I want to bring other metrics, other nations, right? And that does not exist in Nigeria. And Biafra is going to stand, and that should exist. There you guys what I'm saying? Because what we're talking about against Nigeria right now, when Biafra become in existence tomorrow, we want to see that people can protest when you are hired in a job, whether you are a minister or Biafra, whether you are a state, whatever. People, you don't perform, you are fired. That is what I want to be hearing on this space, on Biafra spaces, not just ranting and insulting people. No, let's set a standard. So that the reason I'm saying is this: when we speak about all these standards, that we invite well-meaning citizens support across the board, even foreigners. Instead of using foul language and just talk with I don't contribute that. That's my quarter right here. So we want to make sure that we say this is the standard Biafra should be. Because I agree with everyone here, even on my spaces. Go and look at my timeline or my post. See anyone on my post, just ask one, Prof. Look at you are not keeping to your standard. Okay, Nigeria does not exist. So Biafra should be focusing on what, how, why, and the difference. That is what I want to see from speakers, especially the host and the co-host. You guys should put a standard. Okay.
So,
So
are you saying you don't believe in Nigeria when we are in the obedient movement?
let me
You are
finish.
the heart of
Yeah.
it. So what happened?
Okay, yeah, you're a speaker. Maybe when I finish, you can ask me question. I prefer that as a speaker, if you like, so that I don't derail from my stuff. Because that question you ask is very intelligent question, but not in the middle of my speech. It doesn't make sense. So that being said, we should be talking about all the standard that will happen in Biafra nation, which I support. Because every citizen on earth here have the right to for self-determination. But how you do it is also another story I will touch on if I have the time. How you do it is very important. How you do it, that's why I say right here, that when we speak here on spaces, we have to say how our languages should be very, very, very educative to invite other people, because a tree cannot make a forest. Right? We have to bring people in on board into this movement. All right. That being said, now go to the next point now. When you have this, I think I was looking at the timeline on one of the host or the co-host or speaker, I can't remember. I saw Nnamdi Kanu and I saw the other man in Finland, right, who is championing this movement. I look at it and that pains me. That pains me. That someone who has not stolen millions of naira is in prison, is detained in Abuja or wherever he's kept, and he goes to court, the citizens, whether you are Biafran, whether you are not Biafran, I don't care. They don't fill the street and use that cause to create a revolution in that country called Nigeria. That's superfluous country called Nigeria. And how long this man has been there? He has not killed anybody, quote and unquote, that he said, what, he say it's an armed robber, or he wanted to, he didn't do anything. So that pains me, because that is, again, not only Nigeria or Africa, look other countries. Where can you find that in other countries in the world, outside Africa? Okay, go to Spain. I speak Spanish because one of my program university is Spanish, right? In Catalonia, when people broke the law, they are arrested, right? Whether it's independence in Catalonia, you have President Puigdemont. That was in 2007. They did independence, and they declared themselves that they want to break away from Spain. And it's the judges here are not like the judges you have in Nigeria, in Europe. Now, they keep the law. It's okay, you cannot do this. It has to be, everybody has to participate, and that they went forward. To come to long story short, the president of the region ran away from Spain, went to Belgium. He's still in Belgium now, as you speak, for years now. He's even contesting from Belgium, right, to be a European Parliament. He won, and he was there and before the time expired. The vice president was arrested, was prosecuted. He was not detained in court like you have in Nnamdi Kanu. No. Okay, and he was now sentenced. He went to prison for.
Prof, try to round up in a
Let
minute,
me
please.
no
Just
wait.
try to round
Let
up
me
in a
just
minute.
educate everybody here, educate myself, and let me just round up, because I see people
Yeah,
talking there. Nobody.
Prof, there's a lot
Round
of
up,
speakers. There's
round
a lot
up.
of speakers. Can you just
Yeah,
round up
but
in a
guys, if
minute,
you don't want me
please,
to
Prof?
talk, I want to contribute
Let me
valuable
let me
point that you can be
let me
able to
tell you
use.
something. Let me tell you.
Prof, you requested for mic. We gave you the mic. And I'm telling you, use 1 minute to round up your submission. And stay on the speaker. You can still speak. Why do you think we are gagging you? You can stay on the speaker and then let the mic go around, and you can still come back again and speak. Please, Prof. Just use 1 minute, 1 or 2 minutes, round up. Still stay on the speaker section. You're still here. Let the mic go around, and then we'll come back
Want
to
to
you,
come and be
please. Prof,
dictating for
thank you
us.
very much.
If he is in his space, he can still
Okay, is that what?
You can unmute yourself, I think.
Is that call me Rose, or right? Is that you are the one who muted, right?
Yes,
Okay. Thank you very much.
yes.
But you don't need to mute me. You need to talk to me so that I can talk back and forth and all that. But when I was making a story, I think if the story is not interested, it doesn't improve us, you can say 1 minute roundup. You never did that to other speakers who were speaking. I was here for a few minutes. It's a way of correction. I'm not, and that's number one. Number two, I don't have the time, all the time to spend with you guys here.
First
As
of
I'm
all, when
talking
you
right,
come on the space, you
let
observe
me, let me,
protocol.
let me
Don't
round up,
call
let me
our
round up.
PM
Wait, don't
member
interject
when
now. Oh
Prime
my God.
Ministers.
So, co-host,
This
now I'm
is
talking
Prime
now, and
Minister.
the time is, let me finish, please. I want to bring points in the Western world so that we can copy them, so that Biafra can succeed. I'm not just here just to talk. I don't have the time. I want to talk something meaningful so that we can debate to those key points. And even
Please
by the way, let
round
me say
up
that
and
to
leave.
Paul.
Round up and
Somebody tell this guy to round up. You're pissing me off. Round up.
Mazi, mute your mic, Mazi, please. You see, like, let me diverse from my what I was saying before, because you cut me off. Maybe if you have questions, I can be able to answer before I go. You see, like, one thing is this: when we hold space for Biafra, right? What I want co-hosts we should be doing is this: people talk, take notes of those statements. Take note key points so that we can be able to reiterate those points in the next space, not just both talk, so that we can be able to get new ideas to build Biafra. We get new ideas to take that mouse in prison out of prison, because I don't accept that. So that's what I'll round up like this. You didn't cut me off. I will continue my story. If you have any question, you can ask. Somebody has a question, if you want me to answer, you can go ahead.
we don't need your question. We need you to answer some.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you very
Prof,
much,
I asked
Prof.
you a
Can you
question.
guys hold on? Can you guys hold on first, please? Prof, thank you very much for your submission. You said well. If anyone wants to ask you a question, they will go ahead. You can still stay on the mic. I don't want you to have that
Yes, I have
mindset that we are
question. I have
guiding
question
you.
for him.
Go ahead. Ask Prof.
Can I go
After
ahead?
you ask Prof, and yeah, go ahead. And Prof respond. We'll go to Mr. Snow after you ask your question.
Yes,
Go ahead.
fundamentally, I've said before, a product of the obedient movement. You understand? And Prof himself too was at the peak of the obedient movement. So I'm wondering what changed. That's the question.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Citizen. That's a beautiful question. Like what I said before, I say as a host of a space of co-hosts of speakers. What we should be doing in civilized nation like Biafra, because I see Biafra is going to be a civilized nation when we work together, and that's my goal. I love that. And is that when people speak, you take notes, and then we can be able to put on thread. We cannot comment on it. I can comment on it, and that thing is going viral. That's way of holding space, not just say it's your turn, it's your turn. That's not space. And space is debatable. People debate, we learn. I learn, you learn. That's what our space is. That's my suggestion. I do it myself any way I can. Go back to your question. For someone to come here, let me say now, I belong to Labour Party in Britain. You have no right to question me about that. It's okay, Britain is not part of Nigeria. Okay, great. If I belong to, let's say, PC, for example, and I wouldn't, because that party is dead, right? And then it would have the right to come. When you go to obedient per se, I'm not a member of obedient movement, right? But I support the obedient movement. They are two different things. And as Biafra, as I was talking about Spanish case and other countries, you are free to be a member of any party and support the movement of Biafra. That is you are honoring that citizen to be part of the movement, because you're not gaslighting them. They have freedom to be anywhere they want to be and be affiliated to Biafra, make sure Biafra become existence. That is something you guys don't get wrong. It's not a secret society. It's not a brotherhood. So
Please pose.
I would suggest
After,
to
can I ask the next
let,
question to him,
let
please?
me let me round up. Let me round up, please. Thank you. You see, what I suggest to us is that let's not fight one another. Okay, let's bring people. Even when somebody come here, you come from Tunubu, let it stay here. Let it listen, so that you're able to know your key points. Maybe that person is recruited, and that person maybe you can be a both sides, and make sure you stand for Biafra if Biafra wins. That is the best perspective. So, as you've heard, I don't have a card that I'm not running for any political position. I should, by the way, I'm qualified. I support the obedient, because for me, I like a government that will work. I like a government that will negotiate with Biafra and say, Biafra, you want to break away? These are the terms. Go. That's why I'm supporting what I'm supporting. Okay, I want change. I want to stop the killing happening in the north. in the West, in Biafran land, all over the world, because all human lives matter a lot. So do you know the man's perspective?
I wanna be immediate.
So I want to ask you again, are you following the man Simon, the PM?
If I'm following who?
The PM, Simon.
Oh, Simon. I mean, you mean the man in Finland, right?
Call him.
Please, can I ask this man
Affirmative.
a
Okay.
question, please?
Yeah,
Can
but
I ask him a question?
the noise
Can
that the
I ask you a
background is.
question? Can I ask you a question, sir? Mr. Pro.
Chukuma, allow him to finish
And let
responding
me
to that
ask him so
question.
he
Then,
answer everything. Let me answer him because I
okay,
know
okay,
fine.
okay.
Listen, please, sir. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you belong to. But when I read in between your lines, I can see where you're heading to. Firstly, when you come to a space, you have to observe protocol. You don't stay there and address our prime minister as that man in Finland. Even ex-congressmen addressed him as a PM. That's one. So take correction of that. And number two,
Exactly.
you are not the one wearing the shoe. And you don't know where the shoe hurts. So you cannot come here and tell us how to fight our freedom. You got to go read the history. So, because the way you're talking, Africa has no civilization. And the people who are going to start it is Biafra. So, if not the way we are doing it, then tell me how you want us to do it. This is not the first time that we're inviting people from all over the world to come and listen to what we are doing. They've ignored us. So, we are taking the bull by the horn. And please, it's so wrong for you to tell us to entertain people who don't align with our own type of idea. We are not going to entertain it because we have an ideology. If you're not part of us, then you're not with us. So you coming here and trying to say Biafra
Is that
is
a question? Is that a question, sir, or a comment?
no, no, because you are a prof, you're not speaking like a prof. So I want to educate you so that when you're making your submission next time, you,
I
you
don't know
know how to
which
do it
school
in
he
life.
went to.
You want the spaces. Thank you.
You want to control our
Okay,
space?
okay, that was not a question. Thank you. Maybe you come to my space. We can talk to me because I don't have the mind to answer you in a long way. Maybe you can learn. I will learn.
Prof, just
Let me.
use 1 or 2 minutes, do the submission, and then we go to Mr. Snow, please.
Okay, okay. You see, so yeah, the young man, the man who just spoke, he said he want to educate me and or whatever. I think these are the problems you have in Nigeria. Even your comment you just made right now. Let me start from now before I now answer the question of the gentleman who asked the
I'm not
question.
a Nigerian.
Let
I'm a
me let me let
Biafran.
me finish that. Let me finish that. You are an African, okay? Even you, and if you're an African, you are a citizen of the world, all right? So we live in the 21st century, all right? And then that being said, you cannot say you don't know who you are. That is demeaning. That is you are not showing respect. And with all due respect, right? And you mentioned the word protocol. I want to tell you something. When I go to America, when I'm in America, I live in Europe. I'm in Europe anywhere I am. I call the president. I don't call them Mr. President. That's protocol. I have the right to call them any name I want. I don't bow down to anybody in the Western world. I don't bow down to anybody. Even if you are a president, you are just nobody. You are a servant. So I don't know what the protocol you're talking about. So we are talking about the facts, not shadows. I don't follow any man. I follow Biafra, the country, the people, not the leader. That's the gaslighting in Africa. You be bamboozled, say, no, but the leader is not respected, it's the people.
Exactly.
It's a democracy. So if Biafra become a Biafra tomorrow, I want Biafra to be a standard for the world to copy like the Western world
For
in
us.
the first place. So for you to tell me I don't know who you are, anyway, I will throw that into the trash. So to the very gentleman who asked the question about obedience, if I can remember, let me add to one thing too. It's the numbers. The numbers matters. It's coalitions. If you go to US, go to Europe, go to Asia, other countries, it's the number. You can't fight alone. And that speaks a lot. If I can remember your question, sir, you mentioned obedient. Can you remind me again? You said obedient, right? Is that what you said, Mr. Citizen?
Yeah, I said you were in the thick of the obedient movement. So what suddenly changed? That was my question.
Yeah, exactly. You see, like that, my brother. Look, like I said before, I have the right the full right to support 50, 60, 1 billion political party and make my stand. I have the right. It's God-given right. Right? I have the right. I just want to say that again and again. I have the right. And I will say again, anytime I see the leader of Biafra movement, I look at their ideology, not themselves. Their personality for me is useless.
This man
What
is a
what that,
prof without
let me
knowledge.
round up. Let me
Please,
round up, please.
can
Let
you
me round
let
up.
him
Remove the
go?
man
Let him
from
go.
that
Yeah,
place.
let me round up, Mazi, please. Let me round. You
Don't
see
have
what, like I
time
said
for
again,
that.
I value the people, not the figurehead, not anybody. I value people, and that's the kind of government that we should fight for Biafra. That, for instance, for example, now that this very man in Finland now becomes a president, I have the right to just
Host,
tell
can you
him.
kick this man out?
He's the prime minister, Prof. Prof, it's okay. You can just stay in the mic and request for the mic.
Wait, does it
We heard your
offend you?
submission.
Okay, does it offend
No,
you
no,
when I
no, no,
don't
Prof.
have?
Just hold on. Let's move the mic around. You're not the only person here, Prof.
Okay,
Please.
I was
You're not
answering.
the only one
Okay,
here. Please. Just hold on. Hold your train of thoughts. Write it down. Jot it down. You're still here.
no,
Give you the mic to speak.
I have
Let's
work.
go to Mr. Snow.
Okay, if I have a question, I
Mr.
can
Snow,
ask.
can you
Thank you.
please take the mic, please? Yes, yes, yes. Mr. Snow, go ahead.
Um, fuck. Good morning, everybody. Otunwamoye,
Don't say fuck, Biko.
my minister, I greet you.
Brother, good morning.
David Nana,
Don't mind them.
Emeka, Starman, my brother. Hi, Kama is real. Everybody here, I greet you all. Stella, my sister. Ben Chooks, Sir Williams. Everybody, I greet you all. Um, First of all, let me. Albert, I can't call you a prof because you don't sound like one. Um, Albert,
Don't insult me, man. If you insult me, I go away from here. Don't insult me, okay?
The
Just
fuck?
I
talk like a
didn't.
civilized person.
What? We don't need
I've
you.
not yet.
I
I've not
wouldn't
yet
insult your
insulted you.
personality.
We don't need you.
I've not yet
You are not.
insulted you.
That's
But
why you
no.
just like.
Don't use that word. Focus on the topic. And if you have a question you can ask, I can join you all that.
Who is allowing
Okay?
him to speak?
I
Mute
don't
Please.
I
that
don't
man.
ask I don't
So
ask
for
people
you to
like you
start insulting me,
questions.
I'm not the president of Nigeria. I'm just a fellow citizen of the world like you. So don't put my name. Talk about something you want to talk about, okay? That's gas. That's what Nigerians do. What you're doing right now. That's what they do in Nigeria for
But
the independence.
Prof,
They
hold
talk
on.
people.
Prof, can you
Come
just
on, is
mute?
insulting me there, brother?
You,
Why don't you interrupt
you're
him?
beginning
Hey, why did you guys allow
Educated
this man to
illiterate
still hold
man.
the
you're
mic?
beginning to sound like somebody
Let
the
him
prof
go
is
to
listening to,
listening
please.
section.
You've come here, you said some degrading things about us, and I didn't say anything. Can you just hold on? He hasn't even said anything that bad. He said you don't sound like it. Come on, please, let him
Which
speak.
prof of Guinea? What kind
Go
of
ahead,
prof
Mr.
is he?
Snow.
What kind of prof
No,
is
Okay.
sorry. To correct you, I didn't downgrade you, my brother.
that?
I didn't downgrade you.
Prof, can you mute your mic? I don't want
No.
to be
You said something
disrespectful.
right
Can
now.
you
I want to
just please?
correct you. I'm here to support
No,
Can
you.
no,
you
no.
please mute? No, no, no. You're
Please let him finish.
Mute that man. Remove the
Prof.
mic
Can
from
you
the
please
man,
mute?
please.
Allow him to
I
speak.
hope you guys are
When he
hearing my voice
finishes,
before I will
then you
sort
can
out
do
this.
whatever rebuttal you want to do. Please, I beg of you. I don't want to be disrespectful to you. Please. Go ahead, Mr. Snow.
My dear brother, if he interjects again, let him finish being a Nigerian. We know how they act. It's okay. First of all, that man in Finland is the people's prime minister. You addressed him as that man in Finland. And here I said you don't sound like a professor and you are agitated. You see? That's the kind of anyway, that's just like we have Nigerians who are crazy. The other set of people, the worst part of them is the obedience. I believe you're one of them. So I'm going to go straight to what I want to talk about. Biafrans. Before I start discussing
Nonsense
all that
prof.
has been going on today,
Let him get
please
out. We don't need him.
do not forget that your fund is what the government needs for us to be able to get to where we're going quicker than anything. All these people who have come here in the past, even before I came online, I've heard a lot of people discussing about what that has been going on and this. This is how you see the people we're dealing with. You come on our space where we are discussing about Biafra and you disrespect the people who have given us the reason to fight for Biafra, the strength to be able to stand in the face of your terrorist country, Nigeria. You disrespect them. You address our prime minister as the man in Finland. You want to cry about Onyendu. You want our people to go in the street and cause a revolution because of Onyendu. But you people cannot reclaim your mandate. You can't go to the street and reclaim your supposed mandates. We're not mad people, but we talk to mad people in a mad language. That's why we call them stupid, cowards, foolish. And anybody who sees a Nigerian and who sees the way Nigerians think will know that they are stupid. There was a bomb blast in Nigeria yesterday. How many of you Nigerians held a space to talk about the people that were killed in a suicide bombing? I saw somebody on a Twitter space who had thousands of followers saying, oh, it's just 100 people. It happens everywhere in the world. It happened in Israel. It happened there. And you people are Nigerians. That's what I don't understand. Even your own Nigerian citizens, you can't even fight for them. Your fellow Nigerians, you can't even fight for them. You want to talk to Biafrans about, oh, be civilized. Oh, Biafra is already here. I just don't know how we keep running into people like yourselves. Please, just all of this is jumping and made me lose my trail of thoughts. But Bikon, at the end of it all, you will realize the people we are fighting with. People who had a bomb blast in their country yesterday and couldn't talk about it. But all of them are interested in discussing what the Biafran people are doing. Because that's the only thing that is, that is valid right now. Biafra is the only valid thing right now. And they know it. By the end of August, even the hardest of the hardest Nigerians will be seeking to know how to get into Biafra. I can assure you that. By the end of August this year, by the time you see what your own Nigerian leaders will be discussing, all of you will be forced to talk about the right thing, which is, are these people going to go now, or do you people still want to wait till 2nd of December? We cannot stand what is going to happen, because you cannot. If you think you can stand Biafra after 2nd of December, go and think again. Go and think again. My people, please, let's not be distracted by obedience, because they are the worst plague you can ever be distracted by. The professors. Professors. They are professors. Please do not do not listen to people who are not professors. Listen to the professors. They have everything in their mouth to say. Nigeria has the highest number of professors. Professors who don't know what freedom is. Professors who don't know what a government in exile is. But they are professors, though. They have lectures to give. But you ask them what is Nigeria, they can't even explain what Nigeria is. I will come back when there is something I wanted to talk about why I raised my hand, but the professor has taken it. So, Shaharia professor, Daluno, don't forget, the Biafran Republic government in exile needs your support, your financial support. In case people don't know, we have over 40 million Biafrans who have voted to exit Nigeria.
that man.
And we are ready to leave Nigeria as yesterday. We are so ready to leave Nigeria. And we are leaving. It doesn't matter what anybody does. It doesn't matter what anybody says. But onye chọrọ inye anyị lecture, let me give you a lecture, because only a civilized person will come to a man's house and they will tell you to sit before you sit. You don't come to a man's house and start dictating where you're going to sit.
Don't mind. Don't mind him.
Thank you, Mr. Snow. Who's next?
No, I'm sorry. I'm going to report that. I'm going to report that co-host.
No,
Okay, I'm gonna leave you. Listen,
can you be civil?
Listen, no, this is not civil. He mentioned my name. He
My
mentioned
brother,
my name.
happen here so that you can hear, this now. You know, these people come up here and they
This
want
is
their
debate.
destiny. They don't know themselves.
Okay, this is a debate, co-host. Okay, Mr. Snow, I don't insult you.
Sorry, it's not a debate. We're giving you an opportunity to talk. We're giving you an opportunity. It's not a debate. I don't debate with you.
Conversation. Okay, cool. A conversation. Thank you, sir. You know, for me, I think I want to say this. If I hold in space, if you like, you can come. I will put Biafra. We can talk about it. But to round up with what you just said, you know, I'm not here for any leadership. I'm here to support the people. And then I don't want to ask you question. The passport you use, I don't have a Nigerian passport that I use. Okay, to make you understand. Okay, for me to be on any obedient space or this space or any space, I'm there for a reason. If you come to my space, I can give analysis, if you will. And then I stand for truth. I stand for humanity. I stand against corruption. If you check my timeline, about I think yesterday, 2 days ago, I did a space about gospel. I'm a Christian. I'm a preacher. And then I put the Bible. I use the Bible to relate it with good governance. All right, that's what I do. And that's why I'm here on this very space. Let me finish, please. Let me finish, please, Mister. You see, so I stand for truth. I stand for Africans. I stand for the brown skin. I stand for Caucasian. I stand for. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, let me just round up if you don't mind. You know, I hate gaslighting. Okay, and I like justice. That's why I try to say to the co-host that he should allow me to report, and if we, I can go away. And then the
Mazonyeka, just mute so that he will finish. Round up.
Thank you very much. Exactly. You know, it is. You know, when Biafra or any nation come to existence, I think when you hold a space, when you give freedom for people to say what they want to say, and then when you all these I've just enumerated my first speech. And then when these things are there, you know, where there's freedom and you don't insult people and you respect people, these are evidences you can fast check in other developed countries. Okay, so I want to round up with that. I invite you to my space so we can have a debate and empower the world. That's why I'm here in this universe. And then all the things you said, this is some of majority of them. Majority of the facts are BS. Okay, they don't make no sense. And then if you want to engage me on the debate, I'm ready for that so that we can empower people. That's why I'm here, okay? So I want to say that thank you very much for having me. If you have any question, you can ask. Otherwise, I will exit.
Thanks, Prof. Thank you very much, Prof. Let's go on to Awimbumi. Mr. Win, can you go ahead and speak?
Yeah,
Prof, you can still remain on the mic if you still
thank
want to
you.
ask more questions. Just
Thank,
remain. We're not chasing you out, like you said. Nobody is even insulting you. Anyway, Mr. Win, go ahead.
Thank you so much. I salute everybody on this space today that has taken their time to come out to preach the gospel and let the world knows what is happening in the zoo.
Welcome, Prof.
This is not Prof.
Biafrans gave you Prof.
Thank you so much. And I will not, forget to tell the people that cares to know that I'm half Ghanaian and half Biafran. And the Nigeria, most of them are validating today, was the same Nigeria that I supported and I donned their uniform to fight in so many places around the world, defending it, to a stage when I discovered that the orders that were given to me was not in tandem with humanity, and I decided to leave. Nigeria is an illusion. Anybody that is validating that country is also, dwelling in illusion. How do you support or validate a country that goes about to pay terrorists to stop killing your own people, the indigenes of Nigeria? How do you allow terrorists to come into your country to kill and destroy people, and in the process, making them displaced persons and occupy their land? I am a supporter of anything that is going to restore my mother's ancestral land. I am in support of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I am in support of Biafra. I am in support of Prime Minister Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I am in support of the Biafran Republic government in exile and any other person that shares in my own views of freedom. Biafrans are not campaigning to invade people's land. They are campaigning to leave a contraption that is killing them, that is aiding and abetting terrorists to enter into the space to amass lands that does not belong to them. That is what I am fighting for. I am fighting for safe preservation of my mother's ancestral land. I don't want people, just like we have it here in Ghana, we don't want people that have no common, interest with what we believe in to come in and destroy our land. That is what every one of you, if you say you are a Biafran, must fight against. Coming here to hear people coming out here to tell you that, what is Nigeria? Who were you before Nigeria in 1914? Were you not different people with diverse opinion, cultures, and traditions? Who brought you together? Were you involved in the amalgamation of the Northern and Southern Protectorate? What was the intention of that amalgamation? Look at the results today. You cannot defend your land. If you cannot defend your father's land, leave the people alone. Leave the people that are fighting to free their land from these, enemies, the invaders that you have nothing in common with, to fight. We have taken it upon ourselves to fight for the liberation of Biafra from Nigerian contraption. And that is what we are going to do. Let nobody dissuade you. Let nobody. If you are a pure Biafran, your mother and your father is a Biafran, and you come here to validate an entity that doesn't mean well for you and generations unborn, then shame on you. The professors you have, is it not the graduate professors? Is it not the people that call you fascist, obedient? Is it not the one that they are going to celebrate today in his, is it how many years birthday? What have you contributed to a country filled with academics, filled with professors? Yet a dollar today is 1,500. Petrol that you produce, crude oil that you produce, you are unable to refine it and make life meaningful for the people. And when we are fighting the Biafrans to leave that system, you are here telling us how to do it. Which other way are you going to do it, apart from the way Biafrans are doing it? I'm a Ghanaian, but I share the blood of the Igbo-speaking Biafrans in me. And that is why I am standing tall to make sure, in any way that I can, even if to fight the war, I will. If you are not ready, please get out. Please get out and allow the people that want freedom to continue their fight. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama, Ewurade Nyankopon bless all of you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Win. There's so many people
We
requesting the
gave him.
mic. I
We
don't
gave
want to
him
drop
prof. We
anybody,
gave
but
him prof.
if you want, you can just drop down so that other people can come in as well and add their opinion. Who are we going? Let's go to Mr. Obi guy. Obi, go ahead. Go ahead, Obi. Obi, go ahead. Obi, are you there? Okay, looks like Obi is not there. Starman.
Yeah, Royce.
Okay. I was thinking that you guys left me here.
No,
Okay.
no, no. My
Um.
remember last time how my app was glitching? I can hear you guys,
Okay.
but I'm like 30 seconds behind you guys. So on my
Okay.
phone,
Okay.
I can't, it's like I can't hear half the people from my phone, and I have to use a computer, and that one is lagging.
Okay. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Starman. Yeah. You want to say something, or should we just go with the hands and then
Let's go with
we
the
go?
hands. I can still be waving now.
Obi, go ahead. Obi, go ahead.
And
Obi
then
with
I'm
the
trying to
tiger.
pull up, but that one too is acting funny. Like okay, I tried to bring Ben Chuka, but it's
Okay.
just
All
showing
right.
connect. But yeah, let Obi go. Let Obi go.
Obi, go ahead. Give us your. I can't hear Obi. Oh. Is Obi speaking? Is Obi speaking? Okay, Obi is not there. All right. Ben, Ben Chooks, go ahead and say something to us.
Yeah. Can anyone hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
loud and clear. We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. Uh, oh, my brother, Professor, I don't know where I will start on your professorship. Uh, Nigeria is not only illusion, but Nigeria is a death trap, deluded nation, a death trap is what Nigeria is. So you come in here to proclaim the name of Nigeria, this, that. That means you don't know where you don't know what I don't know what I will say. What kind of a country you have professor that rig election for cattle areas? Cattle people moving with cattle. A professor is rigging election for them to be in power, to control them, to tell them what to do. Then tomorrow he come out, he said you are protesting.
Is Ben Chooks saying anything? I can't hear him.
Yeah, I can't hear him either.
Ben Chooks, we can't hear anything. Oh, yeah, I thought it was even me because I couldn't hear him on phone. And
Let's go with the hands up. Let's go with the hands up.
is Obi back?
Chukwumeze,
I think
Ben.
Obi.
No, let's go with Sir Williams, please. New people. If Obi is back, Obi can go, please.
I can see him here. Obi.
Obi, go ahead.
Nah, man, this thing is just throwing people. I can't hear Obio, and the app is shut.
I can't hear Obi as well. I can't hear Obi as well.
The app from here for me is just shuffling people. He threw Benchukes down.
They are attacking you. They are attacking you, Starman.
Yo, Starman,
Less than
can
how
you
many
hear me?
days ago?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Chris, that's Chris,
Yeah, I
Abby.
can hear
Yeah, I
you,
can hear
Christopher.
Chris.
Okay, okay.
I can hear you. Well, I can't hear Obi. And then a few people that were up, I just saw the thing. My app just shifted, and some people just went down.
Yeah, it might be, it could
Obi,
be
go
the
down and
app
come
and it
back
could be
again.
the internet, it could be anything, but they can just request again, it's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Obi, go down and come back. Sir Williams, go ahead. Then we go to Chukwumeze and Mazi Onyeka and Citizen Dama in that order. Then we go to Prof at last. Prof, hang in there.
Hello, thank you, my brother. Am I being heard? Can anyone hear me?
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
I greet the
Yes,
real
yes.
soldiers of Elohim that are gathered here today. You know, what we are doing is a spiritual thing. And it's quite unfortunate that when people come here and tell us or bamboozle us with that they are professors. Hello, can you hear me? I'm on the mic. Please, can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
When they say that they are
Can
professors
you hear
and
me?
there is an index that is recorded that we have over half of the professors in Nigeria as fake professors. These are the people who doesn't know their left from right, but that's not the point of my taking the mic. What about to say is that our leader, said whether you rant or you make noise, at the end of the day, you will sit at home. That means that Biafra must come. So it is immaterial, whatever your shenanigans is. You see, Alvan Ikoku in his thesis, made us to understand that he said fundamentum cotus hominis anime, meaning the improvement of every foundation is the improvement of the foundation. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. He said that every foundation needs to be improved, and that improvement is only going to be done through the improvement of its foundation. Nigeria does not have any foundation. This is a country that was concocted by a drunk and his girlfriend, a harlot, a Caucasian came and say, you are not called nigger area. And the people that call themselves professors are here, gallivanting and telling us how we should vote, as if they know that the first election conducted in Nigeria in 1950, is it before the independence? Yes, 58 was rigged in favor of the desert north with cows and all the whatever animals they have there. They come here and start telling us about Obi, trying to hook-wink us and gaslight us into believing that a criminal called Obi will now be a savior that will give them economy and that will give them education, that will give them a leadership. You see, these are myopic animals coming to space to deceive people. Criminals who they keep their eyes in the resources of the nation. They are trying to stop us from, achieving our aim. You see, when Nigeria was concocted by that drunk, there was never consensus addendum, a point of agreement between the indigenous people that yes, we now want to be one. There was nothing like that. So you cannot give what you don't have, and you cannot keep something on nothing, and you expect it to stand. That is Nemo dot Kono Habet. You cannot do that. I wonder why we have so many illiterates calling themselves professors, because they think that they have stayed in Europe for a long time and they try to imitate them with their phonetics. No. If you're an African man, you should be bold enough to speak like a human being, not trying to fake your accent. No. You cannot convince any idiot to believe in what idea you have. Am I being heard? Hello, I hope I'm not talking to
Yes,
myself.
we are hearing you. Right on.
Hello, the host, are you there?
Yes, we are hearing you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Go
We can
ahead.
hear you. Go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
thank you, my brother. I don't have much to say. Our brothers here have really educated those fools that come here. When they make one assertion, they run away. You know, if you can, the onus relies on you to prove your case. It's not on the adverse party to prove his case. You come here, you cannot prove your case, and we that are telling you that we are not supposed to pamper anybody to get our freedom, because freedom is not given on a platter of gold. You take it, you quote the Bible that criminal Caucasians give to you, that the kingdom of God suffered violence, and the violence ones take it by force. And you want us to be politically correct in speaking to you. Our leader told us that you can only address idiot in the language he will understand. You know, if you are an idiot, we speak to you in an idiotic language so that you'll be forced to reason. If it's only our leader that is mad, they will say he's mad. But if all of us are mad, these criminals will be forced to reason. Thank you very much as I still continue to listen, because I'm in a midst of events now. But I just had to take this time out to speak to criminals and fools that call themselves professionals, professors, and what have you. People that rig election for idiots, for cattle to become their zoo presidents. They claim that they are professors and they think that they can intimidate everybody. These are people who doesn't know their left from right. Thank you very much as I yield.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Williams. Chukwumeze, go ahead, and then Mazio Nyeka, citizen,
Yeah,
professor in that order.
yeah. Thank you for another opportunity. I'm gonna try to be very civil as much as I can.
Keep tapping.
You see, the
Welcome.
problem is
Sinan,
the
welcome.
problem is most especially those who call themselves professors in Africa is the fact that they don't take time to study history, because when you study history you understand that the foundation that you think you're trying to get.
My brother, since
Am
morning
I
we have
coming
been in
out?
this world.
Please, can you put your mic? Yeah, okay. Let me go ahead. So, those that claim to be educated, the problem they always keep making is they do not study history before they come out and defend what they're trying to defend. First of all, the foundation. Yeah. All right, welcome. So, first of all, the foundation that you're trying to build your castle on, because the obedience and the rest of the people who support them are living in illusion that they are going to build their castle of democracy on the foundation of the zoo,
Mm,
which is not going to ever work, because you have to first of all look at that foundation. The problem of the zoo, okay, let me fast forward and go to before independence. You understand? You understand? Before Nigeria became a republic, they conducted what you call census.
mm,
That's not what the census does. It's going to determine how many people is at a particular region so that it determine how they will set up the parliament. But when that census was conducted, to show you how criminal this British government is, they orchestrated that census in a way that more numbers will be given to the north, so that in the parliament they will have more numbers. So that in terms of whatever policy or bill that will be brought in time to come, since the North is their friend, they
mm,
will always use the North to influence the bill.
mm.
So now, I want you to ask yourself something. Today, we have seen what that result has brought to us. Where in the whole world, you understand, do you have more people residing in the north than in the south? Because humans always tend to gravitate towards where there's water, towards the coastal line. You understand? Because with the water, a lot of things, trade, movement, you understand? It's easy to survive there. Crops there grow very effectively. That's why on the tropic on the distant tropical coast there's always a lot of people because of the water that surrounds it. But these people gave the North, they gave the North more number in the census because of how they intend to set up the parliament in the future after Nigeria has become a republic. And today now we are seeing all those things and we are seeing the evidence of the things
30
happening.
million state population given to the north. 30 million. Mention it, my brother.
Yeah, so as a prof, I'm sure before you became a prof, you have carried out numerous data analysis, numerous research before they can certify you a prof. But this your own professorship, they vex me because it be like say
Make I even ask
everything where you
academic
do,
kindness.
it
Obia,
don't make any
obia
sense.
educate, yeah.
It didn't work out. So why am I saying this? It's high time we stop lying to ourselves. And to me, I cannot go to Europe and create a country for them. I cannot even go to Europe and even create a continent for them. This falsehood that we are saying Africa is a continent, Africa is a continent. Africa is just a mere geographical location, just like the zoo. Because number one, your boundaries wasn't drawn by you. Number two, every other world powers can come into Africa and just do whatever they want to do and go free without even being questioned. So for me, even the name Africa wasn't even given to us by our own ancestors. It was a European. So before we define something, let us try and read history. You understand? You don't need to read the history too much before you understand. You at least do some just surface scanning. You understand? A lot of people just do one or two small research on history before you come out and defend something that you don't know much about. You cannot carry out any proper election on the foundation of the zoo because it was never a country. What does the word protectorate means to you? It was a company. You want to carry out an election and you expect free and fair election on a company that has been listed as a stock on the United Kingdom Stock Exchange. Yes, sir. My brother, I'm not saying this to you because I want to disrespect you. Yes, sir. As long I don't know if you're black, yeah, maybe we share the same color of skin. But it's high time we come to a conclusion that we have to start speaking the truth. You understand? Speaking the truth. Because it's only this truth that will help us get to where we want to get to. Look at the whole world and look at the pyramid according to hierarchy in terms of race. We are at the bottom. So why do we want to continue to enable these people that have put us down at this position where we are? That's why all the professors parading themselves as professors in Africa talking about Pan-Africanism. We need to check their degree. Check it very well. In future, some of them, their professorship will be taken away from them because you cannot create Pan-Africanism in a borderline that wasn't drawn by you. What we have is the Berlin Conference border division. And you expect that Africa will develop on those borders? No, it's not going to work, brother. It's not going to work. That's why I don't have to be a professor to know this. That's why sometimes when black people go out there in the international community claiming professorship and claiming how to move Africa, which is a mere geographical location, until we change all those boundaries, trying to prove to the world how we can move Africa forward. They just laugh and look at you. They say, "Look at you. You guys not even in control of your destiny. You want to move Africa forward. You have to first of all get rid of those external influences that has caused mayhem over the years. Then after that, you ask your people and decide, you and your people sit down and decide how you people want to coexist, which is what Biafra is doing right now. You ask your people how you want to coexist. After you decide that, then you set up a government system that suits the ways, the culture, and so the the religion of your people, whatever, however you just set it up to suit your people. You understand? Then you can start developing from within. Before you can start extending it out around your other neighbors, you create blocks before you can have this thing you call Pan-Africanism. So if you say you care about humanity, you care about human life, then you should start talking about the foundations that has continued to enhance the subjugation and the killing of indigenous people in the so-called geographical location called Africa. It is not just in Biafra, it's happening in Congo, it's happening everywhere in Africa. Africa is the only geographical continent that don't have no peace. It's fight everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. And the only way to address it is break all these boundaries and recreate something that will benefit the people. And through that, we can now start up Pan-Africanism. And also, to correct you, you cannot tell people how to fight for their freedom. It's just like when a woman is pregnant. Are you going to tell the woman how to nurse a pain? You can't do that because she's the one carrying the baby. She's the one that knows where the baby is kicking out or whatever part of her body the baby is kicking out from. You understand? What you can try to do is try to understand what pain she's going to, show empathy, and whatever she asks you to do for her to help her feel comfortable, you do it. It's the same with Biafrans. We are the ones that are wearing the shoes. We are the ones in that zoo. We are the ones that have been subjugated, killed, bastardized, degraded, everything taken away from us. And now that we have now understand, the world cannot say they are not hearing this. They've been seeing this. There was a genocide in Biafra. Did the world talk about it? As the so-called people that partook in that genocide, have they paid reparations? Have they paid restitutions? Have they identified that they committed a grave crime? No. So you now, after going through all these things, you want to tell me I should come and fight my freedom in a sieve. I should come and be explaining too many things to the world that already know my plight. I should come and be because I'm looking for. No. You have to see, let me tell you something. According to the words of Gandhi, as a freedom fighter, yes, sir, they will first of all ignore you. They will laugh at you. And after they laugh at you, if they see you, they will laugh at you. They ignore you, and when they see that you're not stopping, then they start coming after you. It's because of what we are doing is working. That's why they are talking. And as a freedom fighter, you don't change your stance. We are not yet a sovereign state. When we're a sovereign state, then we would dress like civil people with suit and tie. But right now, we're a freedom fighter, and we have picked up arms. So we are fighting dirty until we are sure our freedom is achieved. And
Exactly.
if you are saying that
I'm about
you don't care about who is leading or who is doing this, you are identifying with the people. You identify with the people. That means you agree with the ideology and the values of the people. The people has come together and chosen one person to represent them, which is the prime minister. So
Exactly.
you must respect him as the
Welcome.
PM if you respect the people.
Welcome, bro.
So if you say you respect the people and you don't respect their leader, who they chose democratically, it was voted. You think the American ex-congressman are stupid by coming and addressing him as the prime minister? Because they know he has the mandate.
Yes, sir.
He has the mandate of the people to be the prime minister. And the next mandate that is coming is the mandate to come out in full force and balkanize everything Nigerian institution within our territory, which is going to be done at the convention coming on the 2nd of December. People should start reading. Go and read about government in exile, read about how people fought for their freedom.
Exactly.
So Biafra is valid. We go in the international community. We have documents backing every bills, every actions that we have taken.
Chukuma, round up
Every
in 1
department
minute.
has been. Yeah, I will. Thank you so much. We have everything to prove that the people give us their support. Referendum is going on right now. So because of they didn't give us referendum, we should stay in the zone and they continue to kill us. No.
No.
You understand? You
Oh my
quote your Bible, even though I know that thing is a fictional story. One thing I like about the Bible, it is done to subjugate you and put you down. And at the same time, in between those subjugations that they are doing, it also tells you the truth. So you got to understand that we are taking our own destiny, and that's what we are doing. So, Professor, please, I would prefer if you can take away that professorship from your name. You understand? And also go and read history. And when you are versed with history, you can put the professorship back. Then you come back here and argue with us. You don't tell the oppressed
I
how
want
to
to
fight for
cry.
their freedom. Thank you.
Don't mind.
I just want to help Chukwuma a
Th-
bit.
thank you very
Let me
much.
just help Chukuma with the quotes.
Who is going next?
Can you hear me?
Mazi is going next.
Don't
Mazi is
mind.
going next. Mazi, you can go on.
Can you
Okay,
hear me,
thank
the
you.
co-host? Can you hear me?
Thank you for the light.
I am here. I am here. Thank you.
Mazi
Um,
Onyeka, can you hear
Thank you
me?
so much.
wait, guys. Royce,
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear
Christopher.
you.
You can
I
tell
can
Yeah,
hear
this
them
is
you.
what Chukuma wanted to say.
to dictate for us
First,
to
they
cry.
ignore
They
you,
beat us.
then they laugh at you, then they fight you,
Mm.
then you win.
Yes, so
You can calculate what stage we are at right now. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. All protocol duly and humbly observed. You
Exactly.
see,
Thank
fellow dear friends, I want you to understand,
you, Daddy Lord.
and I want you to understand one thing.
I can
You
beat us and
see,
come and tell us how.
you and I here, we are too informed to be deceived with those who are using reverse psychologists. You know, those their reverse psychology game is outdated. Please come with something new. Okay, come with something new. Is outdated game. Okay, and I want to be afraid to understand one thing. All these people, I did not say one, all of them that sing praises of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, our great leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu now, were the same people who called him all sort of names while he was speaking with microphone. They called him all sort of names. The same people now, they love him so much now, but against our prime minister. I want you to know one thing. Anybody who come here to speak good of Mazin and the kind of box in one way or the other, disrespect our prime minister, the person is your enemy. The person is your worst enemy. They are the same people who speak ill of our leader Mazin and the Kano. I want you to know this. Every Genu Biafrans. Okay? I want to say something. I want to tell you, use my time to tell you one story. When people talk about the fake population given to the North, even the person who participated, he confessed. He confessed it. You know, one thing about this Europe Westerners, you know, some of them having done something bad, one way or before they die, they will always confess. You know, and I'm from Odumegu State, precisely. In old Anambra State, my local government, that is known as county now, county, you know, when you hear county in this United States of Biafra, it means local government. My local government then has 9 towns, and my town is third largest, and that my town will have different villages. We marry each other, you know what I'm saying? When you come to in a town where they marry each other at different villages, you know, there was a time we have communal issue. Then the families that are against us, because my late elder sister and my elder brother, one of them, he came when my brother want to put up some certain his building. So you know we have to clear ground to some trees. This man came that we were destroying economic trees. You know, I said, where is it belong? Is it yours? So that was how what you got the issue. You know. So this man, because my sister and my brother they spoke to the man to the extent they told him his past, you know, and the man was not comfortable with it. He went and bring police. He came with 6 police officers, 5 male and 1 female, to arrest my elder brother and my elder sister. Then this thing happened approximately 15 to 18 years back. So then I was born. So the drag, I said no, that I cannot go with my elder sister. I drag with them for almost 1 hour. They see that serious. I said, okay, I volunteer myself. Instead of them going with my sister, I and my elder brother will go. So when we go in there, you know, we wrote, you know, when you are truthful, you don't need to be, you know, the truth. So my brother wrote his own statement. I wrote mine separately. The man read it and said that we write the same thing. That's to show that we are saying the truth. Because, so separately, and the man corrected me one thing. He said, that thing I displayed for them not to arrest my sister, the man began to develop likeness to me. So he read my list. He said, when I keep paragraph, because you know, when you're writing something, you keep paragraph. The man said, no. That man corrected me. He said, when you are writing statements, don't leave any gap. in the name of God, because that your enemy can incriminate you in that space you live. So that thing become, to cut the story short, we became friends. So when my brother is getting married, from where the police station is situated and to my own village to where my brother want to marry, in the same town, inside my town. So this man was asking me, this man is from North. He's not a Hausa man, but he's like Kanuri. He's from North anyway. So he was asking me, the man that is that IPO, he was asking me, is this one local government? Is this one local government? Thank you. So the man said, I said, what do you mean? He said, if my town to be in the north, that my town will be 6 local government in the north. Just my town alone, and it has not gone the whole my town, just half of it. So to tell you that what they give the north is just fake population where we count 100 houses to make them local governments. Just wanted to correct, to add to that our brother said. This is what they have been using all this while to deceive our people, to arrogate all their location, to have majority in the national rubber stamp National Assembly. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Onyeka. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi. What greatest do you want? I said what greatest. Tama, do you want to say something? Or if not, we go to Citizen.
Yeah, let not yet. I'll come in a sec. Well, yeah, move it
Okay,
on.
okay. Citizen, go ahead. You're still in the
Oh
courts.
yes, I'm back from I'm back from the fucking high court. I went there to pick up my fucking affidavit. Yeah, then I went to the National Population Commission. So I was there screaming live, spacing. I don't give a damn. I mean, we are gathering morale and momentum every day by day. We're not afraid of the foe anymore. So moving on. All I want to say, because I was part and parcel of the obedient movement. I've not hidden that fact. So, and I almost lost my life. We took a lot of risk. People actually lost their lives. A lot of people sustained varying degrees of injury, trying to protect the mandate they believed in. At the end of the day, what happened. So I'm very annoyed. Like, I am very, very angry. Why I'm saying that is I wouldn't want you guys, like all the while we've been in the whole madness called the obedient movement, we were hoping somehow, something might give. But unfortunately, that didn't come true. You understand? But you see people today organize spaces, conducting analysis that leads to paralysis. When the result was announced, one of the organizers took our contact. We were actually willing to march the street. And then P2B came and said we shouldn't march the street, we should hold on for the cause and stuff like that. The Court of Appeal denied the mandate. He moved to Supreme Court. We wanted to march. He said we should not march. At the end of the day, it ended up on Twitter space. So why I'm giving this background is that you guys shouldn't be tolerating people who come here to give you opposing views. At this point, all the while I've been following Martin Nandikano, can't remember from 2018 coming down. And when the Prime Minister came into the picture, I was also following because I'm someone that loves knowledge. If one thing you need to observe that most of these guys who come in here to question and interrogate and want to sound as though they are smart by half, they have not been following, they don't have information. They are very shallow and they lack the true identity of themselves. They are suffering from identity crisis. This idea of one Nigeria stamped on us, they can't really take it off themselves. It has actually been engraved in their medulla oblongata. They have identity issues. And most of them have this notion of, we are 200 million, it's better we stay together. Fuck that. What's the population of Finland? Someone was giving an analysis of Estonia a few hours ago. But these guys will come and tell you what's the population of France and what's the landmass of France. So this is it doesn't make sense, But they want to justify all this when they come here. Why I'm saying that is we shouldn't be wasting time, precious time, to strategize and educate people on people who are stupid and foolish. Now you didn't stop Tinubu from hijacking the system in 2023. Now he's positioning all his cronies and crooks all over the place. You think you want to do the impossible in 2027. Can't you see the level of madness? So anybody who is not coming here to learn or to, applaud what you guys are doing, I think I myself, if you observe very well, I've always been in the listening section. Even when the Prime Minister comes to space, I sit and listen. I also go to other spaces, just like someone made an observation about United Nigerian Youth Alliance, whatever, who was talking down on Africans that we talk, through each other, we talk over each other, stuff like that. Has he ever been to Black American spaces, or even those European spaces, or even those between Palestine and Israeli people? Has he ever been to such places? Then such people they are narrow-minded, they are parochial in their views and orientation. So you don't need to give such people, oxygen when they come into the space. The stage people are now. I mean, the train is almost close to the port, its destination. This is not a time for entertaining, stupid people. You get what I'm saying? So that's mainly what I want to emphasize, because as a matter of fact, what we are suffering today across Africa, and hopefully a lot of African countries are rising to the occasion, like Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, and several other like them. Now, Kenyan youths are doing the needful, and obedience are analyzing and posting and reposting, uploading them to social media activists. You understand? So I don't think you guys who are paying the price with their blood and resources should have time for non-entities. So I yield the mic at this moment as I stand by, because I have so much I want to say.
Thank you very much, Citizen Dama. I like the fact that you were honest with yourself and you said it yourself. Analysis that leads to paralysis. Thank you very much for that. Who's going next? Who's going next?
Can I
It's
please?
me, oh.
Uh,
Can
I'm
I
the
please?
one going next, oh. I've been here since.
uh,
Hey, Chris.
Christopher, please, before you
But
go,
Starman
Starman,
wants to speak. The host wants to speak.
Yeah, I just.
Starman,
It,
before,
yeah,
after you go, Professor should go. Let it not be like I'm gagging Prof. Please, go ahead.
And
okay.
Professor still there, yeah. They never give you water, Rich. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to say something that
Leave
happened.
Prof, leave Prof, bros. Leave Prof.
I just wanted to say something that happened a few days ago. So I saw this friend of mine tweet. She's an obedient. She tweeted this tweet about Nigerians and how they are supporting Kenya, and you know So I replied. I was like, "You're there from 3,000 miles away, supporting Kenya. Say when will Nigerians actually do what Kenyans are doing?" That's how I got a message back saying, "How dare me support violence in Nigeria?" I was like, "What? What kind of cognitive dissonance is this? You are in your Nigeria that is killing you, supporting what they are doing 3,000 miles away. That has also involved violence. They killed them and they killed back, and you're supporting it. But then, when I'm now putting you on the spot, holding your feet to the fire, that okay, it's all well and good supporting what's happening 3,000 miles away. How about your own situation? When are you going to solve it?" Oh boy, the girl tell me, say, "How dare me support violence in Nigeria?" Can you imagine? You you see how these people reason? I'm sorry. Look, I'm the sort of person. If somebody is stupid, I'll tell them. Me too. If I'm stupid or if I have body odor, please tell me. I'm not those sort of people that will get triggered because you told me I have body odor. If anything, I see it as you doing me a favor, not hurting my feelings. You know, what kind of reasoning is that? See, telling someone they are stupid, I see it as tough love, especially when it's not in spite. Just when they are actually being stupid and you're telling them. is tough love. That's what Nnamdi Kanu used to do for us. Tough love. People were getting triggered and all up in their feelings. Sometimes you might not actually know what it's like when you listen to a racist, or well, I call them closet racists these days, because many of them will swear that they are not racist and how they have all these black friends, but then they'll still be telling you, oh, but colonialism brought some good things to you. I'm sorry, that's a racist narrative, because there's no difference from a descendant of a colonialist telling me today that colonialists brought good things to me than his great grandfather, who was the colonialist, telling me that he's come and civilize me. There's no difference. He's still a racist. It's just that he's in some sort of denial because he has black friends today. You know? So, yeah. Man, I don't listen. My ear don't fool. My app was glitching, but it seems to be okay now. I hope. I noticed when the requests are in double figures on my app.
Stammer.
Yeah.
Sorry, sorry. It's not because he has black friend. It's because that narrative, the fact that he has black friend, that narrative suits his conviction.
Right.
For him to believe like the world has moved on. We have not moved on.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yes, of course.
The things our father suffered has been transferred to us epigenetically, and we are still suffering it today. We are scattered all over the world like people with no connection to our root anymore. So I just let me put that, please.
And nobody has taken accountability. Oh. They even tell you, oh, just move on. That was in the past. Just move on. You know. Meanwhile, if it's them, they'll Oyibo. Haiti, 210 years, they collected their reparation to the last franc for 210 years. They didn't, even when they were watching Haiti becoming the poorest country in the world, a failed state, they didn't say, okay, oh, we've collected enough from these guys, oh, let's just stop. After all, waiting remain, I just 20 years of the money left. So let's fash it out. They collected it to the last drop. But they will come and tell you, oh, just move on. Just move on. It's in the past. And again, you know, nah, man. Yeah, like I said, I've listened to a lot. My ear is full. A lot of people just like to speak grammar. And a lot of people have this nostalgia about Nigeria because they were born in it. They grew up in it. They grew up hearing how Nigeria was supposed to be this giant of Africa, which is actually a bullshit lie. And that's all they've ever known. So it's similar to that situation of capitalism, where many of us were born into capitalism. We've grown up in it. It's all we've ever known, to the point where it's actually easier for many of us to see the end of the world than for us to see the end of capitalism. That's the same thing with Nigeria. Many of us, giant of Africa one day, giant of Africa one day. It's so difficult for us to remove our head from that box and think outside that box, because that's all we've ever known. And it's all just some bullshit nostalgia that's actually well orchestrated propaganda by Britain and her
Yeah,
agents.
Stammer. That's the miseducation of the Negro. It's coding, it's mental coding. It's in the brain. It's coding.
Yes, there's even a book. A guy wrote a book about Carter G. Woodson, Miseducation of the Negro. This thing. Look, again, thank you for bringing that, because anytime I say this thing, some people start getting all up in their feelings, thinking I'm insulting them. No, thank you for bringing it. Look, many of you do not realize how many Nigerian professors have theories. Before we even talk of invention, how many Nigerian professors have theories? Me, I'm not a professor, but I actually have more patent applications than probably 90% of all the professors in Nigeria put together. I remember when I was in Nigeria, I was looking at the Nigerian patent agency and their database. Nothing. Me, Starman that is speaking here, I have more patent applications than 90% of all the professors in Nigeria put together. And I'm not bragging. And that's patent because not even all the ideas in my head I've applied for patent for. Many of them are still ongoing research.
Starman, please let's allow this our professor before we chase him away
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Our prof is here.
Okay. Yeah.
Prof,
Sorry.
prof, please go ahead. Sorry for that. Yeah,
Our soon to be prof. He's not yet
the
part of
only
us.
prof. No. Please.
Okay.
No
You
insult.
want you like to
Prof,
answer prof, but you can't call someone PM, Abi.
please, prof, go ahead, prof. Biko. Prof, no dead there. Okay,
Prof, we are waiting for you. Are you on top of something? Are you on
okay.
something?
Prof is not there. Maybe he has his students to lecture. Who's next? Christopher, go ahead. Since prof is not here,
Yeah.
let's use this as our prof. Go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes, we can hear you. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
But I have a question. The professor is Oduduwa Yoruba professor, right?
We don't know him or he's forming
That's left for the
He's
professor.
No,
missing
it's likely
identity.
Igbo. It's likely
The
Igbo.
professor said, I don't know. He
No,
said
he
he
did not
speak
tell us
Portuguese and
he's
other
from. He
language.
says
I don't know. He will
African.
tell us.
Hmm.
Oh, African studies. Okay. He will tell us when he's here. He will tell us. Go ahead.
Yeah, but from the way he sounded, I guess he's a Yoruba professor, but I might be wrong because I've also seen him on some Yoruba spaces. And since this, you also added Rono to this. Shout out to you, the host and the co-host, once again, and everybody here. You know, easy with the Go Marathon. And you know, the beauty of this struggle is, as we dey here for space, unlike some people who just rant, we have the government working. Okay, we have people working like they put hand for poto poto, they do the job. While some of us are also here speaking, enlightening the world about what is going on. You know, the thing, something about the Biafran Republic government in exile, there's been some explanation, everything we've been saying. But the difference between a government in exile and just a normal conventional or normal government is just that that government in exile is in exile on a foreign soil because of the occupation by another government or aggressor, in our own case, British Nigeria, the aggressor and occupier in our land. Apart from that, the government in exile has the full powers of any government, okay? All the powers to conduct election, to everything. When you talk about government, the government in exile is a full package. To the Biafran,
Including 130,000 military personnel under the government.
my
Be
brother,
reminding them, please.
plus the ones where they reserve, plus the ones where they reserve, we never even count those ones. If you are a Biafran and you're saying you want this is how to do it. The website is biafrarepublicgov.org. You go there, you send your CV, you apply for a position in the government. If the government sees that you have something to bring to the table, I promise you, they will bring you in, and these your nice ideas. You can come and you can give the government. The government is for the people. They will listen to you. Sorry, there was a little glitch. Um, There's something that bothers me, like I was saying this morning, because I was a bit busy. We are using smartphones because I know you need the internet to come to this space. So why would someone with an internet be unable to search Google government in exile, check about populations, the definition of nation, and all those things? Like I said, I was very worried when somebody came here and was arguing with Nonso today that show me one country that is less than 5 million. Show me one country that is less than 2 million. Man, I was like really, really worried. Seriously? Are you kidding me? In 2024? You know, so the lady that talked about is it a joke? She's laughing. If you can hear me, you should understand people are dying. People have died. And the promise is this that their death, okay, will not, they will not die. How would I put it now? They will not die in vain. That is the thing here. They will not die in vain. Many countries that most of us are enjoying today, that thing you call violence, which we call self-defense and liberation, they did it. They even did more than we are doing. So why would you be enjoying, even Professor, I'm sure you are in the UK or whatever, where you are, when they fought, and then you come to tell us how we should do our own. And if you are here from Yoruba or some other places, what are you doing about the problem in your land? They are killing your people. They are killing your people. How are you going to defend them? You want all of us to suffer the same fate? No, we will not allow that. We would not allow that. I'm going to end with this. To those who are not minding their business, okay? If you continue like this, many of us here will process your asylum application in Biafra, because by then it will be too late and you'll be running for shelter. I yield the mic here. Thank you.
Thank you, Christopher. Starman, do you want to say something or should we move the mic?
Let's move.
Yeah, and I forgot to say
Sorry.
something.
Okay.
Sorry, one last thing I forgot to say. It came now. Metaphor. I call you 3 times. Please, my people are not violent. And when you say reduce this violent thing, what you call violence, which we call self-defense, okay, responding to the Nigerian aggression. If you say we should stop what we are doing, it's as good as you saying they should kill all our people. All of us should just die. I can just kokuma hang myself here. It's not gonna happen. Biafrans will not be exterminated. Okay, so please stop pushing my people to death. I beg you. Please, please stop advising Biafrans to just wait and die. That's not gonna happen here. Anybody that comes to kill us when we are minding our business, we will give them woto woto. It's as simple as that. For them to recognize Palestine in your so-called international community, the Palestinians under this Hamas, they went to kill people in Israel. How many Biafrans have you seen going to kill people in another place? Have you seen the Biafran Liberation Army leave our land to go and kill your people in Odua? Please, respect yourself, respect our space. I beg you. Enough of this disrespect and enough of this wrong advice that's leading our people to early graves. Thank you so much.
Professor is back. Oh,
Thank you,
give him the mic.
Christopher.
Professor is back.
Prof, wait before you go. People asking for government in exile. You can see Taiwan there. I just posted it on the Jumbotron. You can go ahead and click on it and get more details about it. Prof,
Yes,
sorry,
and the
sir. Go ahead,
Poland,
sir.
even Poland, you see today, they were a government in exile before Poland. That Poland,
Yep.
where of they wrong go. Poland had a government in exile.
Yep. During World War II, when Hitler invaded, and that government in exile was in Britain. So we didn't wake
No,
up one
wala,
day
Prof.
and invent government in exile.
Prof, go ahead. Starman,
Yeah.
let's allow our prof. Prof,
Yeah,
go ahead.
you see, I heard some of the things that people said here, and then one of my characteristics is this: I'm very patient. You might insult, you might attack truth. I'm very patient. So sometimes I get on my nerves or wherever, but later on I relax because when you insult people when they're saying the truth, you're patient. It's a great skill. It's a great intelligence. That being said, I would I go to some other spaces. Or for example, Mario. Sometimes there are 30,000 people. Sometimes a group might to speak. They respect themselves, and then some talk for, some talk against. They don't insult anybody. Sometimes you have senators there. They speak and contribute where things are working. So, and when you bring that to African space, say, oh, let's do it better. They will insult you, get out of here. Which professor are you? Which doctor are you? You just smile, no problem. The truth would stand. But let me go to the first point about the Bible. Bible is not white man's book. Okay, I would come to my space. I talk about Bible. I tie with good governance. The Bible is God's word. The Bible created Africa. and created the entire world. But
Please, this space is not a religious
on a,
space.
wait,
It's not
let
a
me land up.
religious
I
Our
space.
have to,
space is not
Mazi,
about
mute your
Chukuma,
mic.
go
religion.
It's my
speak
time.
Our
It's
Swahili
my
space
time.
is
for
for
us.
freedom.
Chukuma,
It's,
Chukuma, hold on.
it's,
Let our prof go
you know,
ahead, please.
Please let
anyway,
him
Allow
go.
our prof.
Let him
anyway,
go.
Prof,
We
go
don't
so like
ahead.
I
waste our
said, Jesus died on the cross.
for
He
us.
died for everybody. Okay, whether you
Like, he
believe
died
it,
for
you
your
don't
head.
believe it, come
Even
to
the
my space
Judas
or other spaces.
woman,
We
will
can
you
talk about
accept it?
that. You can learn. One day you
Clear
can
from our
accept, and
space,
you know the
please.
truth. By the way, there's no nation that is built without the power of God. Our effort is useless without the Creator backing us. And then God first, very important. Any of your individual dreams or creating a new nation, if you don't put God first, you're wasting your time. Based on not me, based on history, based on the word of God Himself. It's like you are fighting the rock. Who's going to get injured? The rock or you? You know the answer, right? So Jesus is the rock. Then that's on that
Are we
part.
here for
I
Jesus
said
or
again, you can
for freedom?
follow me, turn your notification bell, and you can listen to my chat and conversation with other people, great minds and all people. Then, and talking about my first conversation right here, if you listen to what I said, I supported what you are doing. I spoke in favor. I spoke, so many points. When I referred to uh, the leader of this movement in Finland, I said man. By the way, that's an English word. It's not a woman, it's a man. So people were angry. I said, what are you talking about? Anyway, that's another story. We can talk more about that. And somebody came here and referred to him as a man, called his name before he put his title. So you see, just kind of gaslighting, right? Instead of instead of us to pursue substance, we're pursuing shadow. It's a waste of time. And you now attack the person come to your room and conversation. Then the other point is this. You see, let me jump into the brain. In the brain, it's a very deep conversation. I wouldn't want to take hours. But briefly, the brain is very, intricate.
Yeah, Prof, before you go to
And
the brain,
let me land up, please. Let me land up,
excuse
please.
me,
Mute your
what's so
mic.
difficult for you to
Mute your
address
mic.
the
Citizen,
Mute
allow
your mic.
prof.
Mute
IPM?
your
Allow
mic.
prof.
Hello? I hope somebody's hearing me
Citizen,
before I will
please,
speak
let's allow
this.
prof. Prof, I'll
Please
give you 4 minutes to
remove
do your
this prof.
submission, please. Prof,
Let him not
use it
disorganize us.
judiciously. Biko, please, go ahead.
I think you guys are fortunate that I'm here in your space, and I'm fortunate to be in your space too. It's both sides, with all humility. I love learning from people. So even when they are insulting, I still learn from them. So, like I was talking about the brain is very, very difficult. Two categories. You have fixed brain and you have growth brain. The growth brain are those people, the characteristics is that they seek feedback. You can get a pen, you can write it down if you like. And one of my trainer is dead now, said, don't trust your brain. I love that guy. It's good. He's great. Now his word is still alive. He said they seek feedback. The question I'm going to ask you on this space, you seek feedback, you like feedback, or you attack feedback? Then he said the growth mindset is that another characteristic is that they believe effort, leads to mastery. And then they embrace challenges, and then they focus on what is growing. Sometimes somebody said, I think it was a cause who I think I heard that because I didn't listen to everything. He said, when my teeth or my clothes is dirty, I don't know how he put it. He said, tell me so you'll be my friend. The question is this, I'm talking about your teeth as thinking, you're slapping me? You should be I should be your friend. For me, when you tell me that I'm stinking and you give me facts, I'll be very happy. Not gaslighting me because I'll smile. So these are these guys out there, and you also have they learn from failure, right? They embrace lifelong learning. Most of Africans we don't like learning. We just insult people. So, can you teach me, please? I smile. And they receive criticism. Growth brain. They receive when you criticize the group, they just love you. They write it down, they analyze it, they want to make it better. And then they believe intelligence. We say intelligence, you can go dictionary to define that, but some will define intelligence in their own context, in their own low brain, in their own, oh wait. If you have a fixed brain and you're defining intelligence, that's just suicidal. All right. I wouldn't go into that. On my stage, we'll talk about that. Last point on that growth mindset or growth brain is that they persist through setbacks. And I see that here. But there's a but. I will go more. All right. Then on the other side of the fixed brain, it's just the opposite of what I just said right now. So you're going to examine yourself. I'm going to examine myself. Which myself do I have? We measure brain. Which brain am I really using? How many books have I read? How do I respect my brother who's a lawyer? I said, bro, you study law. Teach me. You know, and you're a doctor. Teach me.
Professor,
Let me okay, okay. You see that? That's a fixed brain. That's a fixed brain. That's a fixed brain right here. That's a fixed brain that's demonstrating itself. All right.
You
See,
should be
that's an
pastor. You
example.
should be
That's an
pastor, not
example.
prof.
That's an
Please,
example. See, that's an
meditation.
example. Anyway,
All you do is
you
can you
see,
take
co-host,
Chimezie,
if I can,
allow him so that he won't
you have
forget
you have
himself. He
you
has
have
3 minutes
humbled
if
people
you
more.
in the
cannot
past.
control it, co-host,
You have humbled
I'm
people.
afraid that
You are here speaking. You are here
Peace
speaking
bring,
what?
peace
What are you
bring
speaking?
wood. Anyway, so let me round up,
Oh,
and then I don't want to say, I don't want to.
you don't know.
So, and then the other one is this. The other point I want to say right now. If you can mute that guy, that would be great, because I think the guy is showing that he has a fixed brain. Okay.
They
For
can
me,
discuss
I have a growth. Okay. Anyway, so and then you can distract, you can destroy truth, but you cannot keep truth. Okay. And it says that the truth is
Prof,
incontrovertible.
Prof, Prof, they asked
Let me
which
round up.
section of
Come
Nigeria
on,
are you
don't
from?
interfere.
Are you
Don't
are you
interfere. Don't
Yoruba?
interfere.
Are you
Don't listen.
Yoruba? Where are you from?
Listen. Don't you ask useless questions. This is my time. I'm going to round up, and then I'm patient. I didn't want to stay longer, but I love discussion. I love it because I love feedback, whether it is wrong or right. I love it. That's why I'm here with you guys. And he said the
You are
truth.
a professor. Read my room.
He
Professor,
said,
read my room.
okay, can you
Professor,
mute that
read my
guy,
room.
co-host? Can
Can
you
you
mute
leave?
this man?
Go. You don't have no point to make. You have
Manzi, can you
diverted
just mute
from your.
yourself? I can help you to become a growth mindset. Okay? So just mute yourself, please. So you see, truth, he said, the truth is incontrovertible. Malice may attack it. When somebody speak the truth, you might kill, you might call it, or whatever you want to do. But in the end, it will stand. What I talk about is building upon the rock, not upon the sound. Why I'm here on this space is that this very movement will be built upon the rock. I will point things that are good. I will point things that are not good, so that you guys can take note and debate about it and come to conclusion. That's why I'm here. Okay. I have a lot of work doing. Okay. I would have been, and some people, let me say this also. Africans, they don't stay in spaces like this, professors or lawyers or doctors. They go away. They don't have the time to listen. But I do. I stay. Even when you sought, I learn. When I have the time, I learn to say, wow, wow, wow. I will teach people too, and I teach myself. Whose
This one
mindset?
not be professor.
Who's
It's more
my
than 4 minutes. It's more
who's
than four
mindset?
minutes. We have
Okay.
to narrow our path
Anyway,
on information.
co-host,
Can you go? Just go.
I want
Read
to.
my
Okay,
room, professor.
if this
You're here
guy,
quoting,
if
you're
this
here
guy,
quoting Bible for us. Somebody read our room
guy,
for us.
Prof,
Our people are
Prof,
dying.
Biko,
Can you just go and drink
Prof,
some tea
can
and relax?
Prof, can you round up in like half a minute? Because
yeah, Stammer, irrespective of people support what you're doing, you should have tell this guy to mute his mic. It doesn't matter whether you would have told this guy.
Why
I
are
have
you
told him.
allowing this man
Okay,
to
thank you.
supporting what
But it's just I'm me myself. I'm actually listening out, trying to hear the point exactly of what you're saying. And okay, in the time you're going to land as well, I want to ask you what you think you've learned from this space today.
I want and let me ask you a question. The thing I just said right now, what did you hear I said about growth mindset?
Because you have not made any point now. You have not said anything. You are just
Chuck, you
wasting
see that
time.
the guys come. So,
our
host,
space?
what did
This is
you
our
heard
space.
about what I said about growth mindset?
Don't
Prof, which part of Nigeria are you from?
We are
Professor,
Which
depending on
section
what
of
we are
Nigeria are
saying.
you from?
that's
Promise.
what he is.
We don't
Professor
care about
intellectual. That's
whatever.
what we learned.
Professor.
Okay. Host, I ask you a question. What I just
Gro-
said, what did you hear I said,
Ask them.
please?
They will not.
growth mindset.
Frankly me.
What's your cultural identity? What's your cultural identity, Prof?
Growth mindset is
Yeah.
a term I've heard all this self development and motivational speakers. Is a
No, no,
term.
no, no. I didn't say that. Oh, brother, you are no. What I said, no, you are translating the wrong thing as a host right here. I said what I said, what you heard, because one of the things I mentioned, I said, growth mindset are people who listen. And you as a host, you saw conducting the space, and I'm asking you, I said something about good mindset. This was not motivational. You didn't pay me any money to be here, and I'm not motivating anybody. I'm just speaking the truth.
We
And
don't.
I said, what did you hear? What I said about growth mindset?
I should
Okay,
say,
yeah, I heard you talking
Gabby should
about
say, I
listening,
should say,
and
please,
in fact, when
Starman,
you said that, I did. If you looked at my profile, you'd have seen me going yes, 100%, 100%, 100%. Because yes, it's good to listen so that you can learn. You know, if you're
Remove
not
that man
listening
from our space.
and you're arguing with someone, you then at some point you lose your point. You lose what you're even arguing about. So yes,
Starman,
and
I
we've
should
allowed
say
you to
you are
talk.
the part
And
part of
I've
those
been
that
listening
have
to you, and I
made us to
guess
be
this
in
is
this
why
present
Chukuma
position
keeps
we are.
jumping in because
I should say,
I'm listening. I'm
Prof,
trying. Okay,
please stop teaching us
like okay,
nonsense.
what are you
The
trying
era
to
of this
get
year
at?
grammar has
So
gone.
yeah,
So,
Don't
The
say
era
that
of
co-host,
this
again,
grammar
please.
has
somebody
gone.
is drawing your space, Mazi, and you are just still talking. You didn't say to meet his mic. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
should
listening.
say, Professor,
but
or
I did
whatever you
tell him
call
to mute
yourself,
his
the
mic. You were
era of
talking.
long
He came
grammar
off
has
his mic
gone.
a few times, and every time, the
You
two
people
times he
have
came off,
destroyed our
I said,
destiny.
I begged him, Chukuma Biko,
I
please.
mute my mic then.
You people have
Sorry,
destroyed our destiny. The era of long grammar has gone. Professor,
sorry,
if
I
you are
didn't get what you said.
professor,
Exactly. Remove him.
as
You
I said, the era
I
of
will
I
long
didn't
grammar
mute
has
you. Me,
gone.
I don't
stop
mute
this
people.
because you guys are
But
doing it.
anyway, Prof, yeah.
I said, co-host, I said, you were talking as a host, and Mazi was interrupting you, and you were still talking. You didn't say, Mazi, let me land. So I'm kind of baffled. I'm baffled. And then, so I
Don't
said,
go back.
I'm going to mute my mic so that we'd not be three people talking.
Mute
I
your
don't know whether you hear what I said. I said,
phone.
I got to
Yeah,
mute my mic.
Get out of
speaking.
that space.
Did Maz did I well I didn't hear Mazi speaking. I've been having my app glitching all day. So
Okay.
as
Okay.
you as
It was Agujegbe, not Mazi. Agujegbe was one speaking, not Mazi. Prof, be
No,
correct, please.
it was both. Mazi was speaking, and Citizen also jumped in and all that. Anyway, let me round up, folks. I'm going to be here for hours. Okay, what I've said is on record. If you are recording this space, okay, you can fast check it. This is motivational. I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to support that the very man, the same is a man, it's not a woman, okay, who's head in Nigeria. It's shenanigans. They heard him for no reason. I'll be saying on or whether it's obedience space, whether it's motivational space, whether it's gospel space, I say what I say. Okay. I said it on every space I go when I remember or when we talk about that. That man got to be released from jail, from prison. We have to come together instead of attacking professors, lawyers, doctors. You are pursuing shadows if you do that. I don't know the kind of brain you have, but for me, I want to maintain my brain. We need to make that man to get out of prison. We need to have the numbers, whether you support Biafra, you don't support Biafra, you must support that citizen in jail. He was kidnapped in a foreign country, the way I heard. He has to be out of prison, period. What Kenyan is doing right now, not insulting people. When I was in Kenyan space a few days ago, about 30,000 people I spoke, they were not insulting professors, lawyers there, but Nigerians, they do that. Africans, other parts will do it. Well, whatever Nigeria you believe in, whatever, I don't care. So, we should learn from that.
Because you
We
people,
should learn from that.
because you people have
Let me
made us
land,
not
Mazdi. You
never
are
to
talking
believe
again.
in
Let me
you.
land, please. This is a great point. So
We can never we
when we
can never
have
believe you people because you people have destroyed our
when
destiny.
we have
You are type have destroyed our destiny. We can never believe in you people,
listen,
Professor.
reduce your energy, please. Reduce your emotion. There's no emotion here. So, like what I was saying before, you see, we should come together Even when somebody attack whoever is in Finland, whoever is in Nigeria, just learn the attack and learn why did you attack? If it's an attack, is it are you negative about that man or it's something whatever you learn? That is growth mindset. Okay, this is not motivational. This is how the brain works. All right. So you might not change today if you have that mindset, or which is the other side. So my advice to us is that let's invite people to come to the room. Let's conduct ourselves very well. Let's invite different opinions and then go get more numbers. I'll be very happy that when next time I come here, we are like 20,000 people in the room and everything is done very well. We praise one another because by praising one another, we can get the job done. Because when we praise one another, we have more people. When we follow one another, we go to other spaces, we galvanize for support, for more knowledge, for more finance, more idea, right? We grow, because united we stand, whether you like it or not. That's why I'm here. So all the things people are talking here, professor, against, whatever, I didn't say all these things. These are all gaslighting. These are all brainwashing, what they do in Africa. I don't belong there, okay? So I belong to a civilized world where things work, where people can declare independence with all the support of the people. And I also belong to the world where a leader is not an emperor. Okay? So because the man in Finland is not an emperor, it's a leader, it's an individual. If he's not fit, he'll be replaced. So, but in Africa, we just make leaders as if they're emperor. They are not. They are leader. They have a mandate. Okay? So I round up with this workplace. Let's not insult anybody, but let's correct people with love, with dignity, with respect. Because what you give to someone else, you will get it back, whether sooner or later. That's my advice to you. So if you don't take it, come to my space, more, follow me, and then let's talk. Maybe a few years from now, it's free. Whether you like it or not, this space is free. We don't pay money to be here. You don't pay me to be here. I don't pay you to have this, right? So it's doing for free. So let's explore this opportunity of this era where we can come together. We can learn for one another. We can be able to raise funds. As I heard someone was saying, Prof, donate. After you have insulted me, no, just 1 minute, sir. After you have insulted me, you tell me to donate. That's just gaslighting, brother.
You don't need
you donate. The way you didn't praise me what I say. You just put me down. I was very patient. So keep what you're doing, co-host, host, do what you can do. Let's make these things work. Last few minutes before I go. Bro, you have any direct question, I will stay. Otherwise, I'm gone.
Before you go, can I ask, are you from the region that is Biafra?
He don't want to say.
That very question is tempting, and I'm not ready to answer those tempting and non-essential questions. I belong to the universe. Let me 1 minute. Let me land. Let me land the way I want, not the way you want. I don't belong to any group or any. I don't belong to any group or whatever. I belong to humanity. Okay. I was born in a place. I can.
Prof, you belong to humanity. Do you know this? I'm a humanist first. I belong to humanity first.
You are not talking about
the only clowns, and I'm sorry because it's actually clownish. The only
people you are blaming a co-host. You are blaming what I say. You are putting what you see. You don't have the right to change what I believe. You don't have the right. Who are you to change what I'm saying? You need to accept that. That's the first point you're going to learn from.
Bro, if you are going to come and have this discussion with us, and just to let us know where you're from is hard for you, then you are being disingenuous.
No. I'm not, because you heard what people said against me. Brother, brother, listen to me. If you're on a host, your phone is bad, you hear all the rubbish, all the shadowy, all the pursuing shadows they said. They were talking about Prof, they laughed about Prof, they were jesting about Prof. You didn't say any word. Your co didn't say any word. We left this instead of to take ideas. Are you not asking me where am I from? Which is absolutely out of what I said about great brains, about growth mindset, about how to come together, about how to build unity. That's absolutely gaslighting, by the way. I say disingenuous. What are you talking about? Which grammar you want to teach me, brother?
Prof, are we supposed to even just take your word that you're Nigerian? But somehow we don't know where you're from. We're just supposed
Don't
we're just
stop
supposed to
calling
take
me a
your word.
Nigerian. Hey, hello, hello. You see what? You are even breaking the law. You are calling me. I'm not a Nigerian, by the way. And I'm from this universe. And I will tell you why when you go to my space, not in your space, because by the way, you don't have the full capacity to
Okay,
lead a space.
prof.
But you have a great. Listen to. Let me just tell you. Let me
Okay,
say it in a loving way. No, wait. For the fact that your phone is bad, and you hear some of the things, I ask you a question, you don't answer. And I will ask you, what have you learned today from your space that you can improve on next time you hold a space? What have you learned at the host?
I never know, Prof. I never know,
Okay,
Prof.
you see that? They will jump on the stage. I ask you a question, brother. What have you learned today that when you come back tomorrow, you know, oh, wow, my brain has been shifted.
I'll tell you
I've
what I've
learned
learned
something
today.
new.
Beware of people talking with both sides of their mouths and dancing around the elephant in the room. That's what I've learned.
No. We don't have any elephant in the room, brother. We are all equal. No elephant in the room. Those are gaslighting words. I hate gaslighting. I hate brainwashing. What you're doing right now is listen to me. Listen to
Hold
me.
on. You came into this room, eh?
No, it doesn't matter. You can come to my
Hold on.
room. Hello? Okay, go
You
ahead.
came into this space, eh?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know where most of us in this space are from.
But is
Then
it fixed? Is it
you've
fixed?
engaged us. You've engaged
Yeah.
us
Yeah.
simply because Nigeria links all of us together.
No,
And
you
we've
are wrong.
asked,
I
okay,
didn't say
what
that.
part of
That's
that Nigeria
gaslighting.
are you
I never
from?
say that. Hey,
They've been
listen to me.
asking
That's
that question
gaslighting.
since. You've been dodging it.
Yes, host. Listen, that's gaslighting. I never said that Nigeria legal together. You are really gaslighting the people right here, brother. You know,
I asked you the question.
host,
You said
listen to
something
me.
about humanity. What's humanity got to do with it?
Yeah. Oh my God. Who are you? Are you a ghost?
Hey, nah, man.
No.
Okay,
Answer my question, brother. Are you a ghost or you are a human being?
Prof,
No. Simple question. You know, listen to me. Let's debate together. Just 2 minutes.
We have hands up.
I know.
If you're
Before
not
the
going to answer a
hand,
straight
before I
question,
go,
it says a lot
before I
about
go.
your character. We have other hands up. If we can't, you're just talking in circles.
Okay.
We
Anyway,
gave you
thank you
15
very much
minutes.
for having me.
We
Thank
gave
you
you
very
15
much.
minutes. You talked and talked and
No,
talked. People
no.
start unmuting. That prof,
We
where are you
can
going? Where are
debate.
you landing? And you're still
Yeah.
here dancing around. I
No,
beg,
I'm
prof.
dancing around, brother. You are not
Thank
listening. Hey,
prof.
brother, you're not listening. You can come to my space with debate. I invite you today,
Okay.
tomorrow.
Yes.
Come to my space. Thank you very much, sir. Come to my space. We can debate is healthy. Okay,
Yes.
debate is very healthy.
Don't worry, I'm not shy of going to other people's spaces.
Okay, so follow me. Thank you, sir. Follow me. Follow
Yeah.
me. I'll follow you back, and with DM we can make this work because you can learn from me. I can learn from you. Okay.
Okay. Yes, I've heard. I followed you, and if I see your space, I will come there. Rest assured, I will come. And then this question, please, when I ask simple question, just give me straight, simple answer. If there's one thing I hate, one of my pet peeves is ask anyone that knows me, is dancing around, round and round answer. I hate
Hey,
that
brother.
because it's a waste of my time. It's a waste of my time. You cannot be dancing.
Yes, sir.
You've wasted 20 minutes here dancing around.
No, it's education, brother. No, relax.
What's education? Education that you can't answer simply where you're from.
No,
What nonsense. Do you think everybody has that kind of time?
No, control your emotion, brother. There's no fighting right here. We are learning, okay? Listen, when you ask me a question.
Hey, Prof, I'll come to your space. Don't worry, we'll deal with it there.
Okay.
We are not
But don't be angry. Don't be angry with me. We are friends. We are not enemies. Okay?
We are here for freedom. We don't have time to learn. We have learned
all right. Thank you very much for having me. So a few minutes I'll go, okay? If I don't have receive any question, thank you.
Remove him.
Yeah, who's next?
We are not here to
Do I
learn.
have the mic?
I hate people that just can't answer a simple question.
Chairman.
Up, braga down. What kind of nonsense is that? What, you think people are stupid? That like people don't have a brain?
Hey, relax, cause let somebody talk. You are shouting now. Don't control your emotion, brother. Your emotional growth is important. Emotional intelligence.
Time you said nothing. We gave you time. You said nothing.
No, oh my God, you were not listening, brother. Okay, listen. Why don't you pay me? I train you.
Chairman.
Our leader have trained us. Our leader have trained us.
Man,
this is St. Agujebe. Can I speak?
Trauma Nigeria does to the brain. That someone say so much, but is actually saying nothing.
Starman, can you
And
hear
I've
me,
met many of
please?
them. Yeah, sorry, because who's the next person?
Starman, can you hear me?
Oh, Simon.
Information minister.
Minister, Aparawa.
Nonsense.
Good morning, Biko. Thank you.
Is my voice coming out well?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I can hear you.
Nonsense.
Greetings to all Biafrans and every lovers of freedom. And those that join us or those that may key in, please. Did we open space or did the media team open space to give room for distraction for others to come and distract you on your main topic of Biafra awareness? As you are here talking, this very space is being streamed out on the satellite. And Biafrans are listening on the TV and also on the radio. So it's not where you now give room to people to come and distract you from focus.
Exactly. Nonsense.
This space is being streamed out on the government platform. And what you come to do should be based on Biafra awareness and not to give room for people to come and argue and argue and argue.
Exactly. The man is
If you're not talking Biafra, you better leave where the media team are doing what they are doing. Someone asked a very simple question: what is your identity? Are you a Biafran or which part of Biafra? You say that is irrelevant question. So that means you don't support Biafra, because if you support Biafra, you would have been very happy to identify yourself
Gentlemen,
as
I
a
support
Biafran.
Bradford.
No,
Simon,
no,
Mr. Simon,
bro.
I support
No,
Bradford.
bro.
Prof,
Starman,
Biko, please.
Starman, please co-host me. This is not what we do on the media team space of BRGI. Co-host me, please. So you don't come here to take all the time to do the argument, please. Because everything we are saying here is being streamed out. It's streamed out on the satellite, on the government platform, and Biafrans are listening out there back home. And they are listening on the radio and on the television. So this is not where you come, you pick the mic, you start argument upon argument. You are asked a very simple question: which part of Biafra are you, or are you a Biafran? You say that question is irrelevant. So if that question is irrelevant for you to identify yourself as a Biafran, and you're not proud to say you're a Biafran, or maybe you have an interest somewhere that you're gaining, so you can't come out here and identify yourself as a Biafran, so that that money they used to pay you will not stop coming. You can't identify yourself as a Biafran.
Exactly.
And you call it irrelevant question. So what's the point of us giving room to someone that is only here to distract us from the point of discourse? Better you take the person out of this space. If you spend 20 minutes on someone that is not contributing a factor to Biafra, it is wasting your time.
Exactly. We are fighting for our freedom.
I listen to all of you when you are on space, even if I don't come in. I will be on the background listening. I will listen from YouTube, or listen from the satellite system, or listen from Facebook.
Don't mind them.
But when you allow somebody to come and distract you from what you're doing, you have gone out of point. So host and co-host, you are talking Biafra, you're creating awareness for Biafra. Your mandate is Biafra. Don't allow people to come and distract you. They didn't come here to come and carry the same message with you. They came here on a mandate. They entered your space on a mandate so that they'll come and put pepper in what you're doing. You will now leave the point of focus and discourse. You'll be driven into what they want you to do. And you will remain on that very distraction for the next 30 minutes. And then Biafrans that are listening on the satellite now will now
More
be
than
thinking,
1 hour.
is this still the voice of Biafra that we are listening to? Or what is happening? Has one Nigeria hijacked the system? So when you are on the host and on the co-host, please be guided and know those that are coming in, so that you don't just give mic and spend so much time. If you check the person that was talking, the profile, there is nothing about Biafra. Check the person that was talking, there is nothing about Biafra. It doesn't post, it doesn't repost, it doesn't share any idea about Biafra. He's writing things about America and UK and other countries, and comedy and music, where he makes his money. So these are people that are contracted to come and distract you. A very simple question as, what is your identity? He now tells you, my identity, for me to tell you, is irrelevant. So that means we are talking to a ghost, and then we are giving room to the ghost to come and distract us. From there alone, you should kick the person out.
Immediately. That's it.
Please take the co-host and give it back to another person. Thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's start our.
Thank you, Minister Aquarawa. And
Exactly.
yeah, my apologies for giving him that much time. It's just because he was crying about being insulted, and I actually thought he had something. After all the dancing around, I actually thought he had somewhere he was landing, but um, yeah. Well, I apologize for giving him too much time. But the purpose we even started this room last night was we just noticed that there's a new media, Zoo media propaganda push where they've now been, in one room they were selling cultural unity, in another room they were coming from Pan-African angle.
Cabins.
So there's this new
Okay, like
media
you messed up.
thing from Nigeria
Labi,
now, we
you
noticed.
messed up big time.
And,
Nonsense.
you know,
You messed up.
me and World's Greatest, we talked about it and we thought, these obedience, because there are still many of them that are on the fence. I mean, you see their room, you go in there. Yes, there's the hardcore ones, the ones that have that confidence to always come up and speak. Those ones, they will always be there. And those ones, yeah, it's expected that they will come to, our spaces as well, to try and sideways with their nonsense arguments. And me and World's Greatest, our philosophy is always to let them speak and then defeat them with superior arguments. Because both of us, we know that works a lot, especially when you have people that are on the fence. This is not about begging obedience. This is actually about advising those of them that are still doing fly that is following dead body. This is just literally advising them that, look, don't, and we've said it several times in this space, don't say you have not been warned. Ignorance is not, ignorance of the law is not innocence. Don't say you have not heard. You cannot say you've not seen everything that has been going on. And you guys, because we saw them opening a room the other day talking about planning 2027. And to me, the whole thing was just a joke. Like, I was even asking myself, are these people doing this thing just to have something to fill in the time before the 2027? Like, let it just be as if, yeah, they are sure doing something, or they tried. So, and also for me, it's not only about even telling the so-called Biafran obedience, giving them their last chance advice.